And we are live. What's good, Josh? Your man, DL Saint. Welcome. How y'all doing? Welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. Here's what it is. What we had? It's Tuesday. I did a show yesterday. I didn't want to go live. I did a downrange show. You guys should check it out, man. We were talking about Florida's Board of Education, new rules or guidelines or curriculum on Black history and stuff like that, man. Pretty good show. Go check it out. But I didn't want to do that one live because I wanted to focus on what I wanted to say. That one was that was a serious one, bro. I didn't want to be looking at the chat. I didn't want to be doing sound effects. I didn't want to be doing none of that. I just wanted to get that off. So check that out, guys. Let me know what you think. Hope all is well. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good on this end. All is well. All is definitely well. So since yesterday was such a heavy topic, right? And it was a heavy topic. Today we're gonna keep it light, y'all. We're gonna do what we do over here on I Really Want to Know, man. We're gonna talk about the dating world. We're gonna talk about bad boys, players. And for the record, man, y'all need to understand, players are not born. Most dudes who are players did not come out that way. Maybe there are some who are born. Maybe there are some who are born with the tendencies or whatever, possibly, but players are made. And how are they made? Through trial and error. Those who are good at womanizing, they understand, right, that good guys finish last, and they understand if they want to be successful, they got to change the way they hunt. And it's a shame, too, because most men are pre-programmed in the West, especially. The hard-working, good guy, he doesn't want to run a rotation. He doesn't want to spin plates. He wants one woman. I'm here to tell you that's the key. Now, people are like, man, that goes against the manosphere and the RP message. Like, no, it doesn't. If left to his own devices, if a guy could have multiple women, and it would be just fine. If he could have the ability to exercise options, shout out to Samuel KS, Kevin Samuels, rest in greatness. Yeah, a lot of guys would. It's just that instinctual drive. Of course, dudes would. But the modern day man, that invisible dude, the bottom 80 cats, I'm telling you, they just want one woman. They just want one. So when you get into the whole player thing, getting into the whole bad boys thing, that is a man solving a problem. That's it. And once he solves the problem, it's like, oh, wow. It becomes easy. It goes from being very difficult and time consuming and resource draining and all that to get an outcome that's not desirable. Right? It goes from that to, man, all I got to do is say this and do this and bam, I get to smash. And he just does it again and again and again. And then the girl's like, oh man, he's a bad boy. He's a heartbreaker. Oh my God, he's a this, he's a that. But they keep smashing him. I can't believe it. I'll never do it to him. And then they do it to him. It works. And he gets labeled the player. He gets labeled the bad boy. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm checking out the the chat. Brother Dino's in the house, man. Dino Dinosaur. DL, my brother. Biden is speaking to you today on yesterday's video. Go to YouTube, the White House. He signs for 2 Emmett Till monuments. True leadership. You know what I mean? Man, you look at Biden and what he's doing, man. You understand, bro. Like, there's a lot of people who look like us locked up in America because of Biden when he was senator and what he was doing. Clinton, too. Hillary Clinton. Like, that whole super predator stuff, man. Biden can't run from that. I would say, it's cool. You're going to sign off to have some monuments built. All right, that's cool. But, the big thing is to make sure that history never forgets Emmett Till. History never forgets the struggle of the African slave. History never forgets the 4 centuries of torture, of abuse, of murder. That's leading from the front. You know what I mean? Monuments and all that, that's cool. But if we're not teaching the youngins, like what, leading from the front with, like, Biden should really be taking the lead, federally putting together a team to come down here and do something about like what Florida's trying to do. And trust me, I know people who are, in the know. I know people who are out there making things happen, like true puppet masters. Yeah, man, this ain't nowhere near over. And the people I'm talking about don't look like us. They are livid. Let's keep it 100. There are white people who are livid. There are Americans, true patriots, who are livid with what DeSantis and his people are trying to do. They don't like it, and they're about to do something about it, right? There's people out there not about to. There's people out there doing stuff about it. They just got to move in and do what they do. So, but leadership is more than just, getting political points and going on TV saying this and that. You know what I mean? Biden got to come clean, bro. He's got to come clean with his whole record, bro. You know what I mean? That's how I look at Biden, but I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I'm happy he's doing something because he could completely ignore this and talk about, Ukraine. Pinky blinders, do you know why they wore these caps? They put razors in the caps. You're talking about the thumbnail. Yeah, bro. I'm a big fan of Pinky blinders, man. They even had it's been some years though, but the last time I was in London, I caught wind of Peaky Blinders tours. I think they were in Liverpool, man. Like, they were tours. You can actually go on a Peaky Blinders themed tour. And I'm like, next time I come to London, I'm gonna do that. And COVID happened and all other stuff. Miss AKA ladies in the building. What's good, love? How you doing? Look, I finally got a notification and you ain't even here. Shaking my head. Yeah, my bad. I was running a little bit late. I was talking to folks. My bad. My bad. I was just running a wee bit late. And Brother Dino, Biden is talking about book banning today. You have to remember that Black churches and communities call for Biden and others to help the crack problem. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, I'm with you on that, bro. It's just, we make decisions and then, a lot of politicians, they make decisions and they want love for the good ones or whatever, but they want to run away from the bad ones. You can't run away from the bad ones. Like, when you talk about true leadership, you got to own that bad shit. And I know he has come out and said some things especially when he was running the first time. He was saying, we made some mistakes and then, older Blacks came out to support him. He did what we wanted him to do. We wanted tougher sentencing. We wanted, sentencing guidelines. We wanted this, we wanted that. We wanted to stop we wanted to be hard on crack, but, coming from the guys who were in the trenches, right? When they started that war on drugs and Biden, and like I said, Biden, Clinton, and all the rest of them were on that. Republicans too, but, it's not like the Democrats were sitting back there saying no. When that war on drug kicked off, bro, all Black people were targeted by law enforcement. All of us, mamas and aunties, grandma, grandpa, and then us youngins, everybody was targeted. Right? I'm just keeping it 100. In Cincinnati, man, everybody was targeted. It was nasty, bro. It was definitely us against them. The police were them and we were us. And a lot of brothers were lost in that. And we know now that a lot of, like cops were, how do y'all say it over there in UK, boy, stitching people up. You know what I mean? They were framing folks over here, man. Cops were putting products on you. I've always worked my whole life, man. So I can always show you receipts like, hey, man, I got this money because I've been working I've been working since I was 14 years old. You know what I mean? So I got, but police would just take your money, man. They would take the money out your pocket. If you was walking around with $500-$600, a couple $1,000s in your pocket, the police would take the money, bro. Right. And that was all with the support of the Democrats and the Republicans, like that. Like I said, man. So I would like to see Biden address that more. You know what I mean? Why he can still think. And, at this point, I don't even know if he remembers. But, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He's doing something. And that's, hats off to him. Hats off to Biden, bro. But, man, it's crazy. Brother Mandrell's in the house. What's good, fam? Biden almost single-handedly destroyed the Black community. Facts. Like, it was tough, man. And I was in the Midwest in a, not a really large city. You look in New York, everybody talks about stop and frisk, but, bro, that was nearly as bad as what was going on in the Midwest and in the South, bro. South Central LA, man, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Now we're starting to see it. Now we see that cops aren't necessarily the good guys. But again, I would like to see more from those Democrats who were in power. Most of them are still there today. I would like to see more from them. And I'm not saying like we got to, money and all that. Nah, just come out and take responsibility. Hey man, we got that wrong. Hillary Clinton, she ain't hold no office. She should be able to come forward and be like, yeah, we got that wrong. And that whole super predator thing, man, we messed that up. Please forgive me. I would like to see that. To me, that's leadership. That's leading from the front. Brother Mandrill, 94 crime bill was written by Joe Biden. It was his legislation. Yep, there it is right there, bro. It is what it is. He did at the time what he thought was best, but it really hurt people who look like me. The fact that I'm sitting here today is lightweight a miracle, bro. For real. Just the skill set that I acquired, the way I move now is really based on how I came up in Cincinnati, bro. You looking for the bad boys, you looking for the stick up kids, right? You looking for, those people who just out for violence, and you're looking for the police constantly, man. You on your tippy toes all the time, right? All the time. People like, why'd you run from the police? Because they was chasing me, bro. I have no idea what they were trying to put on me, man. No idea. Police will, man, run you down. They'll pull a gun out of their sock, man, and throw that right there on the scene. They go run the ballistic on that gun. Now you're looking at 2 or 3, bodies. Talking about that's his weapon. Like, what? And good luck defending yourself back then. Bro, it was, even now, it's tough, bro. It's tough, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I'll talk about that. Maybe I'll do another downrange and I'll talk about that, right? What it was like back then. And the politicians, it's just me trying to argue both sides here, but the politicians did what they thought was best at the time. I get that, but they were wrong. They were wrong, and that disproportionately hurt people who look like me. Now you look at what's going on now with the drug game, especially with fentanyl and everything, heroin and all that. It is devastating other neighborhoods, not the black neighborhoods anymore. That neighborhood has been devastated. But now it's outside and it's hitting the lower and middle classes. So you got the middle class and you're like, no one wants to be poor. So you got middle class, you got upper middle class, middle class, and lower middle class. No one wants to be poor, right? So those from the middle section of the middle class down have been ravaged by, this heroin, this fentanyl epidemic, right? This opioid epidemic. So now it's an epidemic. But when we was coming up, it was just a drug problem, super predators and this and that. So you see how, things move in America, bro. So that's it. We ain't gonna speak on this no more. We're gonna move into our topic. Bad boys are made, not born. So we have a couple of videos I want to react to, man. One is from the whatever podcast. The other is from PsycHacks. And then I have one from this young brother who lives in Thailand. I guess you can call him a passport bro. I never watched any of his content, but he was talking about living in Thailand and, what it's like and how much you spend and, the pitfalls, what to look out for, the good parts about it, what to expect. He was talking about dating. It was a part of it when he was actually talking about dating. And I want to get into that. So let's get into it. Thanks for coming, y'all. I really appreciate y'all, man. That's for you guys. For everybody who's here, everybody in the chat, we got, Mandrell, Miss AKA Lady, Sister Dinosaur in here. Our brother from over in UK, across the lake there, across the pond. I look forward, man. I got some stuff I'm working on, man. Pretty soon I'll be free to travel. Hopefully before it gets too cold, man. I'm coming. I'll be back to London, bro. When I get over there, man, you got to join me for dinner, man. Mr. Child's, bro. Mr. Child's, London. Excellent restaurant. Mr. Child's my favorite restaurant, y'all know, on the planet. It's only 6 restaurants on planet Earth. 6 locations for Mr. Child's. 2 in New York, 1 in Miami, 1 in Vegas, 1 in Beverly Hills, California, 1 in London. So, Brother Dino, man, when I get over there, man, I'm going to hit you up, bro. Mr. Child's, man. You don't have to go to Mr. Child's. And I look forward to that. Like I say, man, I look forward to meeting all my day ones, bro. As soon as I got some stuff I'm sorting out, I'm almost done. Once I get all that done, gonna be traveling. I'm gonna go kick it with Brother Mandrill. I'm gonna go down and kick it with, everyone that I can find. Like Miss Globe Girl. If I can find her, my favorite sailor. If I already kicked it with some people already, like people in my area I've already seen. I go to Dallas, I'll go to like the southern states, I'll go to New York, I'll go to wherever I gotta go to meet people, even if I gotta go all the way over to London. Right. I intend to meet as many of my day ones. I can't wait to meet Sister Candace and her husband. I'm just looking forward to it, y'all. Got Gotta look forward to it. And Miss AKA is right. We're talking about we're talking about the drug stuff. And it's like it's a health crisis now. Well, it was a crime thing when we was coming up, but now it's a health crisis. Oh, okay. Like, okay. You know what I mean? But that's how it works in America, man. But and that's it. I promise this last thing I'm gonna say about it. That's it. I ain't gonna say no more. Boom. I'll do an episode about it on Downrange Podcast, hopefully this week, if not this week, next. But yeah, Bad Boys. Ladies, what are y'all thoughts on Bad Boys? Because Bad Boys are made, and ladies, y'all make them. I just keeping it 100. People gonna get mad at me. DL saying he on one. Hey, ladies, Bad Boys are made, and y'all make them. That's right. I said it. Get some. Get some. Get some. Y'all made them. Y'all made them. Women choose. Period. Women choose. Guys are trying to get chose. Women choose them. Who they choose. They choose who they want. It is what it is. I'm not mad. They choose who they want. And if guys want to get chosen, they got to change it up. So this is from whatever podcast. Let's pull this up. And you got I think his name is Brian. They're all over the place, man. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes all right. Let me choose my words carefully, man, because I ain't, dude he works hard, he has a good platform. I have yet to sit down and watch a complete podcast from beginning to end, a complete episode of whatever podcast. I haven't been able to do it. And a lot of that is because it's just like, look at this picture right here, bro. A lot of it is because it's just the weirdness, man. The weirdness. The Kaiser helmet on Lil Shorty. This is the first time I ever heard her speak, to be honest with you. I've seen her in a bunch of clips and sitting there. Normally she's just sitting there looking weird, holding little black doll babies. Again, weirdness. Takes away from the conversation. And then, you look at like the main guy, he just kind of that West Coast dude, like, bro, what? You know what I mean? It's a head scratcher. But he's able to source guests. He's able to get people on there. On YouTube, once you hit a certain barrier on YouTube, all the other YouTubers want to come and get on. It's just how it works. I think it's a great system. You know what I mean? It gives people that drive to grind and get big. And once you reach a certain level, you'll be able to get, I forget the name of this guy who's sitting here now. That's a big YouTuber there. You'll be able to get him. You'll be able to get, people like Rollo Tomasi, and, you'll be able to get Lucario or Destiny or Auburn Priest or, you name Pearl. You'll be able to get these people, Graham Stephan. If you get big enough, you'll be able to get these people to come to your platform or welcome you to theirs. And it is what it is. So whatever podcast, they're doing big numbers, and they have these conversations, and you just have to, look through the weirdness. Just ignore the carnival show that's going on at the table. Just ignore that and focus on what they're talking about, right? So they were talking about why modern dating is ruined for average men. And I thought that this was a pretty good conversation. Again, don't worry about the Kaiser helmet, right? They have a lot of like sound effects and video effects that they use. Don't let that distract you. Pay attention to the mission. And Miss AKA, like, she's like, define bad boy though. I would say a bad boy is a guy who is the opposite of the nice guy. The bad boy is the guy who is willing to do or say or look any way he has to look to get intimacy and or attention from other women. The bad boys are the guys who they're not going to hold the door open for you necessarily. They're not going to walk with you on the sidewalk and make sure you're away from the curb. They don't care. They probably refer to how you on the curb. They're not going to come pick you up or send an Uber to pick you up. They're not going to take you to a nice restaurant right off the rip, right? Those are dudes going to call you at 3 a.m. Like, come through. The booty call, the Netflix and chill guy, right? The bad boys are the guys who are successful in the dating game. right? Like really successful. The guys who get the high numbers, those are the bad boys. The guys who don't finish last are the bad boys. That's my take on it. You guys tell me what your take is on bad boy. Y'all. I'm curious, Miss AKA lady. How would you define bad boy? So let's check this out, y'all. Again, this is Whatever Podcast. Shout out to them. Here we go.
Bit of a pessimistic view of dating in general, like, and even you being like a match or what, like a dating coach, like those apps. I just saw a video recently. Those apps aren't meant to even help people get on dates. Like they're meant to keep you on there because if two people meet and have a successful relationship, the app loses business. So they're incentivized to keep your lonely ass on there, swiping for more people. And they strategically will put ugly ones in there and then put a cute one in there, knowing that,
intermittent reinforcement.
There you go. You get it. You know how the apps work.
Hinge is a bit better about it, but you need to be very intentional to like actually take advantage of their whole design to be deleted thing.
And I just think about how, back in the olden days, like just dating was simpler. When your parents met, it was simpler. There was no like all the girls here have gotten 100 times more like attention than I get, and I have millions of followers. So it's like, how does a normal guy even compete in this dating market? You can't. Like, if a regular girl's getting 50 to 100 DMs, approaches, whatever, how do you even stand a chance? So I feel really bad for the majority of men who don't have a lot of success in a dating pool. And I don't know what the solution is. I feel like you just have to level up the best you can, appearance wise, financial wise, everything, because the competition is like, it's crazy.
I mean,
the competition is insanely fierce. It always has been. It always will be. Period. So when guys come out the blocks, right? When guys first get old enough and they start trying to date chicks, all the way back to, late elementary, into middle school, definitely by high school, most guys understand that they have to approach women, at least the women they want. Now, there are some guys out there who are just like the pretty boys, the cute guys, whatever, the popular guys. Women, girls would make it known that they are interested. They still do to this day. But back then, especially in elementary school, they'll tell their friend to tell a friend to tell your friend to tell you. So there's some interest. But at least when I was coming up, you still had to go over there and holler at her at some point. You still had to go get close to her and you had to say something or whatever. You had to, be wise on how you approach her, when and where you approach her, because you never know. Like you just never know. She might have changed her mind or whatever, or you come up and say something she doesn't like, and then that's it. I don't like you anymore. I done talked to another boy. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. It's just men know you're going to have to do the pursuing. It's just going to take work. We've always known this. It's like, this ain't new. It's going to take work. Get in there, handle your business, try to holler or whatever. But then, once you get out of high school and you get into the real world, now, in most cases, you're not even surrounded by women like that. Like, the whole world opens up. The whole world is in play. And this is all before social media. If you wanted to talk to a woman, you had to go up there and holler at her. You had, you had to be good at reading signals and stuff like that. This whole, dating app thing, they make a great point. Dating apps are there to make money. They're not there to help you find, right, your life, your the love of your life. Your soulmate. Nah, they there to keep you on that app, right? They want to keep women on that app and they want dudes to come on there and pay. And I'm definitely going to do a video. There's a new video I saw out there from a fairly new channel. It's one of those faceless YouTube channels when they kind of do a comparison or some sort of formula on why dating apps don't work. Right. And they kind of, he has this guy has a theory and it's really cool. Right. I've already seen one of the big YouTubers bigger than us. Of course, we're still growing. Do it. I saw the video and I'm like, oh man, I want to cover that. I want to react to that. And then like the next day I saw one of the big manosphere guys do it. I'm like, oh man, but I'm still going to do it. Still going to do it. It's a really good video that kind of illustrates what it's like today to be in that game, to be in the dating game, to be online swiping. And what they said is 100% true, man. They are there to keep you on that app. They don't want you to find the love of your life. Now that's 2 people off the app. They want to keep you on that app swiping. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Sister Candace in the building. What's good, sis? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. What is good? Yes, please like the video on your way in, guys. I appreciate it. Miss AKA lady, a bad boy is someone who is gonna cheat on you. He is inconsistent, half interested, egotistic, but handsome and know how to, the last part is, he knows how to probably smash, knows how to womanize, knows how to push the right buttons. I'm just trying to finish your statement for you, love, but I think that's what you were getting at. Yeah, that's a bad boy. Yeah, that's definitely a bad boy. A bad boy is a young man who's figured out what it takes to be attractive to women. That's what a bad boy is, keeping it 100. He's figured it out. It's like, yo. So, I mean, and you can go back and watch all sorts of cartoons about this. Pepe Le Pew, even though he got canceled, still one of my favorites. Pepe Le Pew. They've covered this topic on Family Guy when Stewie had to become a bad boy so he can get with the other little baby girl. I think it was Olivia or something like that, who was an actress or something. It was great. And then Stewie got married, became a good guy, and then caught his girl cheating with another kid. Whoa, funny show. But it's the same thing. It's that we make light of it, but it goes on and everyone knows about it. Worst kept secret on the planet. I don't know why. And a lot of people like to deny it, but bad boys are guys who have figured it out. They figured it out. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. We got Brother Life of Cash in the building. What's good, fam? It's like, and that's why women love bad boys. Right. It is what it is, man. Guys have figured it out. But let's continue with the video.
Yeah, go.
Comment on that. I agree and disagree because none of the messages that I ever receive, I ever respond to. I would only, for myself, I would only pursue a man who is pursuing me in person and making an effort, like appearance-wise, shows me that he has ambition, etc. But there's a lack of that.
Can we get a posture check from you? And I feel like you're slouching, and
yes,
I'm looking out.
My thing keeps.
I'm looking out for you. It's all good.
A posture check. This is what I mean, bro. You gotta block all of the extra stuff going on whatever podcast, bro. It's weirdness. It's weirdness over there. But that's Cali. That's that West Coast. That's that Cali lifestyle, bro. There's so many weirdos out there, man. I love y'all. I love you weirdos, but y'all weird and y'all know it. You go out, hey, you go down to Southern California, man. Go down to SoCal, right? I don't care where you at. Santa Monica, West Hollywood, the Valley. I don't care where you at, man. You know what I mean? Down in Venice, Manhattan Beach, and stand there with a bullhorn and scream, if you're weird and you know it, clap your hands. Everybody gonna start clapping their hands. If you're weird and you know it, clap your hands. They gonna all start doing it. Stomp your feet. Say hooray, hooray. They gonna all start doing it, man. It's Mecca out there for weirdos. But let's continue.
Your booster?
My booster seat keeps slipping. Okay. I don't know what I was saying.
Posture check.
No, I see what you're saying. Like, you specifically won't answer DMs. I'm not sure if most girls behave like that. I think most girls will answer certain DMs from certain guys, but it's just like, how do you compete with, I know like y'all are getting blue checks and athletes and like some really top tier guys. How does a regular dude even get close to that? Like, you can't.
They don't.
You don't. And then they end up, hey, can I pay $2,000 to kick me in the nuts? Like,
So I have seen statistics, like I've done thorough just like checks to make sure it's from actual studies, and then asking men I know, asking my like ex when we were still together, men are not having sex these days. Whereas every girl I know, if she isn't celibate, she has had sex whenever she wants to. And it is a serious topic that I considered sending beforehand, but then I was like,
yeah.
So you're right.
So it's kind of a weird, dire situation.
Send the asteroid.
See what I mean? He does a lot of extra stuff. Send the asteroid or whatever. He does a posture check on the one chick and then the one woman there, and then she forgets her point because he interrupted her flow. But they're having a good conversation. The one young woman who's saying like, I'm a dating coach and she wants to help out dudes. telling you right now, I'm making up numbers here, but I would say 98% of her client base is trying to holler at her. Period. They've all been friend zoned. 98% of them. And she understands it, but at least she's able to monetize it. And in her mind, she's probably trying to help them out. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, pointing out the facts. The fact that she said that, you know, the vast majority of women that she knows, if they want to have sex, they can go get it. That's the first time I've heard a young woman say that on any of these platforms, anywhere on YouTube, right? Anywhere in the internets. First time I ever heard that. Normally women want to fight it. But she seems like the type of young girl who, you know, she's a thinker. She's probably sitting there, you know, just put it through the old
think tank, Arch. Nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
She put it through the old think tank. And she's like, yeah. She's like, only women who aren't getting sex are the women who choose to be celibate, right? So now we get into that whole celibate thing, right? Involuntarily celibate. Most men are involuntarily celibate. They want to have intimacy with women and they can't get it. It's not because they choose to. Some men take the oath, real talk. There are dudes out there, they've been smashing so much, they're like, you know, I'm taking a break, man. I'm gonna take the oath, man. They swear off of it for a little bit. I'm just gonna chill out for whatever reason. Me, it's like, I guess I've kind of taken the oath myself because I'm chasing excellence right now. I'm not chasing women. So I'm not chasing it, but I haven't quite taken the oath because, yo, she fine enough and she throw it at me. Okay. But I'm not going to chase it at all. I'm not going to put any effort into it at all. I don't need your number. If I ask for your information, your number, something like that, that means I got some business in mind with you. I don't care about all that other stuff. I'm not taking you out. I don't want to Netflix and chill. If you talking about come over here and beat this up, man, just come over here and blow my back out. Here I come on my way. And when we finish, high five, kiss you on the cheek, I'm out of there. I'm not calling you back. I mean, I don't care. I'm not doing that. If you want to, you know what I mean? It's mutual. We just trying to bounce up and down on each other. Fine. But I'm not chasing anybody. But you got guys out there, like the majority of men, the vast majority of men between 18 and 30 have had zero sex in the past 12 months or very limited sexual access in the past 12 months, but no sex, bro. It's insane. Lady Naveau is in the house. What's good, sis? How you feeling? How you feeling? Good to see you, love. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate the comments on the other show we did yesterday about slavery is bad. We got one of my young knights in the house. Jack Black's in the building. What's good, fam? Hey, that's love live service. I used to watch him when I was in high school. Okay, cool. That's love. Okay, that's love. Yeah, because I mean, I recognize the dude, but I just didn't know his name. I've seen a little bit of his content, like that much. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Dr. B is in the building. What's good, fam? Look forward to seeing you in October. We still on for CME, man. I'll be there. He's like, that's not me. He's like, that's not me. So yeah, I tell you what, man, this young woman who says she's coaching, you know what I mean? She was really kicking out some, you can call them uncomfortable truths. You could just call them facts, whatever. She's coming with the real. Which, you know, salute to her. Shout out to her. And so you can see the conversation is really centered on just a couple of women. These other young women are just kind of sitting there taking it in. I wish I knew what they were thinking. But let's continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what the solution is.
And we're in this era of like hating on men, and I'm like, damn, I think men need the most help now more than ever.
But
It's
they
like,
also need each other supporting
Go,
them.
Ryan. Keep going, Ryan.
I don't have too much more to go on that, but yeah, there's this gender war going on. It's like, whoa, like there's so many men. I mean, you hear the stories of kick me and spit on me, and I'll pay you $100 just to speak to me. Like, how incredibly sad is that? I don't know if y'all could even fathom having to pay someone $100 just to speak to you. And here we are, misogynist, toxic, this and that.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I like to try to, I don't know, root for guys. Like, nobody's here to help men at all. Mm-hmm. And it's cool to.
I'm literally helping men.
Well, I appreciate that.
I agree. And there's a lot of very nice, good guys who just get overwhelmed from what I've observed from the whole alpha male podcast thing. And that's why I think it's important for, panels like this, people showing that it's okay to have your view. If you're only getting one match a week, that's okay. Because like I mentioned earlier, it just takes one person if you want to be in a relationship, unless you're into poly.
And I know you have to go, but I did have.
I hear that so much. You only need the one. You only need the one. So if you're only getting one match a week, that's fine. Keep doing it. I disagree. Get off the app. Especially if you're paying. If you're paying for the premium packages on whatever app and you're only getting one match a week, bro, you gotta rethink your return on investment. But for some dudes, I guess they're so desperate, they'll take that. So you're spending all that money just to meet someone. Right? What are the chances that y'all gonna hit it off, man? Slim to none. That woman has a whole bunch of options. When she comes out to meet you for coffee, and if it's a guy like this, when she comes out to get her foodie date, right? Because he's gonna pull out all the stops. And I ain't mad at her. Do it. Go get it. So when she goes to have that dinner and dude's sitting there and he's just a little bit awkward, he's, maybe he's a little shy. He doesn't know how to drive a conversation. He doesn't know how to dress properly. He's not wearing any real nice cologne. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. She's going to be like, all right, I'm going to eat this meal and I'm out. We're not vibing. I mean, we could be friends. You seem like a really cool dude, right? It's not you, it's me, whatever. She's gone. She's gone. So no, it's not enough just to get that one, like you holding out for the home run. No, man, you don't win the game like that. Base hits, man, consistently. Get on base. That's how you win. Get on base. You want to score, you need to get on base. That's it. That's a baseball analogy if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Right? And if it's football, you got to get first downs, bro. You got to get first downs. That's it. You got to get first downs. That's how you win. So no, women will tell you, no, just keep going. You'll be fine, man. Nah, bro, toughen up, get off the app, take that money you spending on the app, go on out here, buy you some cologne, go on out here and get you some clothes. You ain't got to be top. You can go to Ross, you can go to TJ Maxx, go out there, get you something, look good, get some clothes to fit, right? Get out here and get social. Go out here with somebody right? Like link up with somebody that you can go out and kind of watch them interact. Go with somebody who's good at socializing so you can learn how to socialize. And when you do these things, you're going to meet women. You out kicking it, you feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You might even your man might even start the conversation for you. He might see a woman you checking out like, hey, man, I dig her. Okay, hold on. He might go over there and pull her over, blah, 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 bring you into the conversation. Boom. Now you got a shot. What did that cost you? A drink? A drink that you bought your man, not a drink that you bought her. You know what I'm saying? But then maybe you did buy a drink for her. That's far less expensive than taking her to dinner at, you name the joint. And he can have a conversation, talk to her. If it goes right, then maybe you can say, hey, you know what? You're kind of cool. Let's meet up. Then you can go take her out for your dinner, which I advise against. But if that's how you want to roll, go ahead. But it only takes one. Bro. Bro. Miss AKLA at Life of Cash. I stand by what I said. Grown women who want a peaceful life do not chase after these types of men. You have stats, and I am a woman. I will ride with my experience. Me and Miss AKLA go back and forth on this all the time. Sis, I agree. You won't do it, but the vast majority of women will. You won't go after a bad boy, but the vast majority of women will. And it is what it is, right? And Dr. B says it right here. Most of the bad boys I've seen were originally nice guys who got screwed over by a woman they really liked in the past. Facts. I want to be a good guy. I want to be a gentleman, like in the old school movies. Right, I mean, walk around with the top hat and whatever, and I want to go out there with you on my arm and singing that, we was walking in the park one day. I want to be doing that. Right, I want to be throwing my jacket over a puddle for you. I want to be taking you to the finest restaurants, giving you the best experiences possible. I want to do that. I want to be the nice guy. But now we're talking anecdotally. Every single time in my life, And you know what I mean? Like the half a century plus I've been on the planet, every single time I've gone in being a nice guy, I got destroyed every single time. And every single time I've gone in as the bad boy, guess what? I smashed. That's it. I smashed. Did it turn into a relationship? Did it da? Doesn't matter to most men. I smashed. Some did. I had a few relationships, but guess what? I smashed first. Right? I came at everybody the same. I smashed. And then I was like, all right, we tried. Well, oh, you cool, whatever. But I smashed first. That's what bad boys do. Gentlemen, good guys, oh, they want to wait. They want you to be comfortable. We want the mood right. We want whatever. The whole time is like, you're boring. I ain't giving you nothing. Going there like a bad boy, though, is on. Waiting for the right moment. Nah, bad boys don't do that. The right moment's in the backseat of this car. That's the right moment. Like, what's up, baby? This is the right moment. That's what bad boys do. But you know, I've never done this before. This is the first time. Man, all right, cool. Yeah, thank you. I believe you. Come on now. That's what bad boys do. Hate to be so graphic. Right? Hate to be so graphic. But I ain't never been with a chick. I don't even want to say chick. I want to come away from that term. I've never been with a woman who was just like, man, I do this all the time. Let's go. Get it. Maybe two who was like, about it. And they were strippers. It was maybe two that was like, come on, let me see what you got. Bring it. You know what I mean? It was a tussle. We was in there like wrestling. You know what I mean? Maybe two, but everybody else, I've never done this before. You're lucky. It's the first time. And da. Like, come on, man. You really think that works? I ain't mad, ladies. I wouldn't say it. just do what you do and don't say nothing. Right? Because it doesn't matter what you say. You know what I mean? Brother Cody's King's in the building. What's up, brother Cody, man? His match would probably look like Oprah or be a dude. Facts. Brother Cody is King is in the building. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of guys, like I said, I would love nothing more than to be in a relationship with a woman that I'm attracted to and she's attracted to me and I could be a perfect gentleman. I would love nothing more, but that good guy shit don't work. It just don't, y'all. Let's continue.
I have one question for you. Sorry to string this on a little longer, Brian. Have you ever told your male clients to be an asshole to girls?
I never to be a dick. What typically happens though is they are scared of being seen as predatory or douchey, so they end up never even asking a girl out. So what I have done for most of them actually is say like, you don't need to ask her 5 questions in a row to try to seem like you're interested. It's okay to like she's dating you too. So you do need to talk about yourself. But I've never I attract very nice clients who feel awkward. Never tell them to be douchey. The most I've done is say, try to be a little bit more cool and maybe don't text her back 1 minute later at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Don't be desperate,
but I get what
but
you're
don't be a
saying,
douche.
'cause
it
happens a lot
like
where
this.
women aren't attracted to nice
Yeah.
men. They would rather be treated like crap.
To desperate men, I would.
Yes. Yeah.
You
And
were
a
gonna
lot
say
of times
something?
nice guys.
Mm-hmm.
See how young women are like, it happens a lot. Women aren't attracted to bad guys. That may be nice guys, right? And they start, people start double backing or whatever. It is what it is. Right? And there's talk in the chat. I'm going to show all the chats, but I might not read them all. But older women don't tend to want bad boys. That makes sense. Right? They've passed their prime, so to speak, right? Like men are attracted to youth and beauty. Most women peak in their mid to late 20s, you know what I mean? Their 30s and into their 40s, it changes. They're not the most desired woman anymore. Dudes will take them. Don't get it twisted. Dudes want intimacy. They'll take them from the bottom 80 all the way up to the top. Yeah, they'll smash, especially if the woman has kept herself in shape. But they're not getting the attention. And it's like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of the F boys. I want to settle down. All right. You know what I mean? But you're competing with that young baddie. And if you're going after the same dude she's going after, your odds aren't that great. So yeah, I get it. Older women are like, yeah, I don't want to mess with no F boys, I don't want to mess with no players. But they need to tack on the last word anymore. I don't want to mess with any F-boys. I don't want to mess with any players anymore. Because they done already did that. Trying to get the top tier dudes, they done did that. Got what it was. They tried it, it didn't work. Now, I want commitment, I want this, I want that. But you're still not going to want some boring lame who doesn't know what he's doing. You're not going to want that, right? They want the bad boys. I'm glad y'all like that. The new sounds. Please do clip that stuff, y'all. I ain't mad. Put that up on a YouTube short and see how it goes, right? But the numbers are crazy. You know what I mean? The numbers are crazy. The numbers show what they know. You know what I mean? Show what they show. Are there women out there who were always averse to bad boys and managed to stay away from F boys? Yeah. And they got caught up with guys that they thought were good guys, but really wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah. Are there women out there who, they do want quote unquote the average guy or bottom 80 dude? Yeah. Yeah. They're out there. It's not as many of them as there are the other women who are looking for the good time. They're looking for that experienced guy. They're looking for, the excitement. I mean, it is what it is. Sister Candace, a man would teach a woman, but a woman doesn't want to teach a man. Quite right. I agree with you there. Especially when it comes to that, women say they want a guy. I knew a guy. This was years and years ago. Very, very successful, tall dude, whatever. He was a handsome fella, but his social skills were off. And he would go up to women that he would meet more generally through me. Just hanging out with me. I was the social guy. This is my guy. We out kicking it. And he would tell women like, I'm a virgin. And I had to sit him down like, bro, stop telling women that. Stop telling them. But in his mind, he was like, no, I'm exactly what they say they want. I'm not a bad boy. I'm not an F boy. I'm a virgin. I've been saving myself. I want to get married. I want the woman. I want a wife. I want to do these things. I was like, man, you gotta stop telling them that, bro. If anything, lie to them. Allow them to believe whatever they're gonna believe, but do not tell them you were a virgin. And unfortunately, he didn't listen to me right away, and you was just watch the women dry up. I'll be bringing them, you know what I'm saying? Like, come through, bro, come through. I got a group over here. I got this, I got that. Come through. And he'll walk in, they'll be like, ooh, starts talking. I'm a virgin. Yeah, it's time for us to go, girl. I'm like, bro, you gotta stop doing that, man. Like, it's starting to affect what I'm doing. I can't have you around if you're gonna say that, bro. You know what I mean? And brother Cody's King's like, no, I don't advise that. Gonna get the wrong kind of attention with that clip. Yeah. I feel you on that, bro. And brother Life is Cash is one. Hey, you can't you just can't disregard the numbers, y'all. You can't. You just can't. You can't just throw the numbers away, man. They're there. You got to use them. I'm not saying they're the end all to be all, but you got to use those numbers. Like military stuff, man. We're planning an attack, and we're looking at 2 points of entry, and like, well, there's a 98% chance that you'll be discovered and suffer more casualties if you go in point A versus point B. Point B, there's a 10% chance that you'll be discovered, and casualties are expected to be low. We're going to point B all day long. We're going point B. We're not even thinking about it. That's based on numbers. We're going to point B. So you can't disregard numbers. You got good intel, which we do. You got solid numbers, which we have. You can't just ignore it. Right? You just can't. Yeah, you just can't. Sister Candace, you're right. You know what I mean? We can't be led by your inexperience. You cannot be led by your inexperience. Typos, I ain't mad at you, sis. I ain't mad at you, sis. You know what I mean? Brother Jack, divorce rate went down a little, 44.6%, while same-sex marriage divorce rate is still 44.8%. Yeah, man. It's getting married in America it's a tough deal. It's again, if you're a brokey in America, go ahead and get married. If you got something to lose, you might want to think about it. Brother Jack, and the divorce rate for some reason has fallen, but that can be tied to the pandemic. It can be. You know what I mean? So they're gonna get into some, they were talking about like having like rough sex and all that. But let's listen to a little bit more of this.
What was I say? Oh yeah.
You like dicks? Is that what you said?
That's what I heard. Too.
I heard I like dick. Like
no, like kind of like when guys kind of don't give you as much attention and like stuff like that, it kind of makes me want to like chase them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's
it's about the chase.
Yeah.
And if I'm not chasing you,
but that's like
I hate the
maturity versus
chase.
immaturity. Like you probably aren't going to find a husband if you're dating like that. But at
I'm
18,
not
you
dating
don't,
like
and
that.
at
Like-
18, you don't need a husband.
Like if
don't
guys
want one.
don't do that, that's not like a break point for me. I'm just saying like
if he's
us-
simping after you, probably won't take him seriously.
no,
right?
I would for sure. I've done that with a lot of guys, but
Aw.
I mean, isn't that pretty common? Like girls like
yeah,
guys who are assholes.
I think it's kind of.
Yes, for
pretty-
some
I feel like
pretty
a lot
common.
of people do that. Like it's the chase. You know what I mean?
I like
Yeah.
when my man is like obsessed with me.
I like when my man is respectful and
That's the first time I heard little Shorty ever speak. I just wanted to pause it real quick. Last good man in Jersey, in the building, just stopping by the show. Love, man. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I love the interaction in the chat, man. Like y'all know where I'm staying at. Yeah, brother Cody is king. All cap. That young woman said, I like it when guys simp for me. Yeah, I would like it too. You getting free experiences, free meals. You going to the bar, popping bottles and all that, kicking it. Dude might be taking you shopping, all that. Yeah. And then when you get tired of dude, when you finally are fed up, you're moving on. Moving on. And I mean, it's just keeping it 100. Like, come on. Like, I get where she's coming from. Again, I ain't mad. Ladies, you got a dude who's a simpleton and he's willing to open up your wallet and take you to the Maldives, to Bora Bora. He's willing to take you on these exotic trips. Man, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Hey, Uncle Saint ain't mad at you at all. As a matter of fact, if you can get an extra ticket for old Uncle Saint, just like, hey, can I bring my uncle? I won't get in your way. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. The simpletons ain't even getting intimacy, man, most of the time. They're not even getting intimacy. They're just happy to be in the presence of these women. Like they were saying earlier in this episode, there are guys paying money, hundreds and thousands of dollars. Like you could pay like $2,000 just to sit next to me to, hey, man, spit on me or something, smack me, kick me in the nuts. I mean, dudes are actually doing this, bro. You know, look at OF. Dudes are actually doing this, bro. They trying to, hey, hitting up people in DMing or whatever. Whatever, you seem so cool. Is it possible we can meet up? Nah, I'm not really trying to mess with you. I can pay you $5,000 just to come have dinner with me. Yeah, take the $5,000. Take the $5,000. Ladies, if you do it, bring security. Bring somebody to shadow you. And you know, I can offer my services. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at being invisible. Army taught me well. I can be right there, keep eyes on the whole time. If you need, you go get a whole nother team. And all you got to do is tack on, tell him, all right, I can't do it for $5, but I could do it for $7. Give Uncle Saint the $2,000 difference, and I'll put a tactical team together, make sure you're safe all night long. Right? Like, hey, we don't play. We're all licensed. Like, so we can take care of you. You're gonna need security now. You know what I mean? You're gonna need that OPSEC, y'all. You're gonna need that. But this is what men are doing. It's sad that it has come to this. And these guys are doing it because they don't have any game. They just don't have any game. You know what I mean? Yeah, 18, you don't need a husband. Tell that to your grandparents. Yeah, I feel you, sis. Yeah, these young kids, like we are at a crossroads. This is not good for America. Miss AK, hey, lady, if these stats tell the whole story, then who are regular people marrying and even signing lease agreements with other regular people? It's not all one thing. Like I said, the numbers aren't the end all to be all, but you have to take that into consideration. You got to take it into consideration, right? So, and those stats talk about how marriages don't work, right? 50% of marriages, you know, we accept 50%, a little less than that, but 50% of marriages end in divorce. Again, it doesn't mean the other 50% ride off into the sunset happy. No, we already know that there are a lot of marriages, maybe another 25%, you know, maybe 15 to 25%. They just stay together because they don't want to go through the divorce, or it's an open relationship, or they just basically roommates or whatever. So just understand, it's, you know, you're looking at close to 63, 65% failure rate when it comes to doing that. And that's just people who get married. We're not talking about just relationships overall. Most relationships fail for one reason or another. You know what I mean? Blame men, blame women, whatever. So most fail. People still cohabitate, which I think is a mistake. I did it. I think that's a mistake. You're opening yourself way up to all sorts of problems when you cohabitate like that. You don't know who you're dealing with. It can cost you dearly, right? So you got to look at that. So the numbers aren't the end all or be all, but if I'm looking at it, hey, if I'm sitting in the aircraft and you tell me my parachute has a 63% chance of not deploying, I'm not trying to jump with that parachute. I'm like, look, let's land, and we're gonna undo this parachute, and I'm gonna pack it myself. If I'm gonna jump something that has a 60+% chance of not working, at least I want to pack it myself. So I'm like, this didn't work. This is on me. I'm gonna splat it on the ground, but I packed this chute. Right? I mean, it's just bottom line. Like, look, 63% chance it's not gonna open, man. We're gonna have to fast rope then, bro. You're gonna have to get us into a helo, bro. We're gonna have to fast rope in. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. But again, you gotta look at those numbers. Last good man in Jersey, 25% of married couples say they aren't happy. And marriage really isn't about happiness, it's about duty. But that's a good point. You know what I mean? Marriage isn't about happiness, it's about duty. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people, we all got that Disney fairy tale programmed into us, and we're looking for that happily ever after. Cinderella and all that, man, they rode off happily ever after, but they never told the story what happened after Cinderella and the prince rode off, right? We don't know what happened to her. You know what I mean? Did he do a King Louis and send her to the guillotines? Or, you know what I mean? Did she mess around and smash everybody in the court? And, did she cause some wars? Like, we don't know. Did they really live happily ever after? I mean, how did that look? People need to understand that marriage is duty. It's a contract, right? Marriage is what we do to grow, to merge families and grow. And people have lost sight of that. And I think that, that's a big problem. That's definitely a big problem. Brother Cody is king. Either don't do it or make it permanent by law. Marriage means nothing these days in the West. Facts. Miss AK, hey lady, y'all keep moving the goalposts. Who's moving the goalposts? Y'all said the majority of women want 1% of men. That statistically don't make sense to me when you look at the contractual agreement. All right, let's look at it from the male point of view, right? Men want the finest woman they can get. Women want the best man that they can get, which it doesn't have necessarily to do with his looks, but the ability to provision, to protect, to do all these other things, right? People want the best that they can get. Now, there are women and men out there who realize, there are a lot of men who realize they can't get a 10. So they'll be happy getting a 5 or 4 or whatever. They'll be cool with that because really they want the intimacy. Women, they're going to shoot to get that 10. They're going to get that top tier guy. But if it doesn't work out, all right, she'll lower her standards to get a guy who's her equal. She's a 6, he's a 6. She'll get that 6, but she'll also believe that I deserve a 10 or whatever. And if an opportunity arises, right, she'll take that chance. Now, Miss AK lady, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about a lot of women out there on social media right now, right, on Instagram right now. There are a lot of married women on the dating apps. Hey, they're out there still looking for that 10. Even though they're married or in a long-term relationship with a dude, they're still looking for that top-tier guy. And if they get one, they think they can lock him down, they will gladly jump over. They call that monkey branching, right? They will gladly jump over. They have nothing to lose. They can walk away from the relationship, and 9 times out of 10, she's probably going to get something out of the relationship, right? So she probably get the house, get the kids, probably get some child support, maybe some alimony and stuff like that. It won't be forever alimony. Shout out to Florida. They made that change. DeSantis made that change, but boy, oh boy, he's screwing up on everything else. We'll talk about that later. But it does not hurt her financially. It could destroy the guy. So that's all I'm saying. Is this every woman? No. Is this every guy? No. But there are a lot. And again, that's what the numbers show. They're just the numbers show this stuff. Divorce starts 80% and 90% for college educated women. Yeah, divorce stats. Yeah. So yeah. 80%, 70 to 80% of the time, women file for divorce in America, and then it's 90% if that woman's college educated. I mean, it is what it is. You ignore those numbers at your own risk if you're a man, and if you're a woman with money, be careful, because dudes, there's a chance that dudes might start doing it. They might start divorcing the woman who makes more money, and then she'll get wrecked in divorce court. Right. And Life of Catch is saying want but can't get. So yeah, I mean, this argument has been going on forever, man, forever and ever. It's gonna continue to go on. But just from a guy who's been in the trenches a long time, the game ain't changed that much. It just went cyber. It's just more people. But if you know what you're doing, you can still get what you after. Like if I didn't want to chase excellence, if I wanted to get out here and just chase women, I would be very successful. I get the trappings. I can go get the nice car. I can go get the jewelry and all that. I can get the designer clothes, right? I can do all that. I can insert myself among other top tier people, right? I'm accepted among dudes who are really doing good, that whole high value man thing, right? I could do all that. I'm 6 feet, right? I get into the gym harder, eat right, get my body right. I'm older. You think about that. If I really wanted to just get out there, I'm in my 50s. I could go out there and I could terrorize from 40 to 60. I can go get the finest women, because the dudes that they're looking for in their age bracket, there's not a lot of top tier guys. There's a lot of guys with money and stuff like that, but they're going to be average. They're going to be fat. They're going to be short. They're going to be old looking. Like, I'm lucky. You know what I mean? Like Father Time ain't kicked me in the face yet. He's coming, but he ain't hit me yet. So if I wanted to go out there and just womanize, oh my God, I would kill a game. That's not what I want. Right? So, but the only reason I could kill a game is because I understand the game. So I go out there and just get after it. You feel me? So that's not what I want. Brother Cody's like, I think the main difference is that most dudes know they are losers. Most women don't know they are losers, but think they are queens. Facts. It's one of the things I've noticed in America. Most Americans are broke. And then the Americans who have money are living paycheck to paycheck. The average American cannot handle an unexpected expense of $400 or maybe $500. They can't do it. They can't do it. Most Americans, even the ones that are working, paycheck to paycheck. The guys making six figures, paycheck to paycheck. No savings or very little savings. Maybe a 401k for some, but the vast majority of Americans are broke. That's men and women. So what Brother Cody is saying is true. Men understand it. Men understand, like, yo, if you're a brokey and you a dude, you know you're a brokey. It is what it is. Women, they're like, well, I might be a brokey, but I'm still fine. I'm going to get out here. She can still get free experiences and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, she's a brokey. But she doesn't want to acknowledge that fact. No one wants to be poor. No one. Everyone's middle class. And no one wants to be rich. So everyone's middle class. There's guys walking around here, net worth in excess of $50 million. I'm middle class. No, you're not. There's people out here, you know what I mean? They got maybe $40,000, $50,000 in debt, right? You know, debt that they can't get rid of. Talking about our middle class. Like, bro, credit score destroyed. You owe $70,000 and you working at Target. Talking about our middle class. No one wants to be broke. No one wants to be rich. The average American is broke. Just keep it 100, y'all. The average American is broke. And what Brother Cody said is true. Most dudes understand that. Most women, they tend to overlook that. All right? I mean, it's just something I noticed. Just something I noticed. So the stats are about what women want, not what actually happens. Okay, that's why I can't find the same page. I'm living in the real world. I got to get up on y'all stats. Listen. And Miss AKA, like I said, we've gone back and forth. We've gone back and forth on this. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't. We could do an exercise. we could get into the field and do a real experiment. And we can do a real experiment. Like, you go out and see how many dudes give you their number, see how easy it is, and I go out and see how many women give me their number, and we can look at how you can see how much work it takes for me to get said information and how much work it takes for you to get information. Then we can take it to the next level. Hey, let's see how hard it is to get a date set up, right? Your dates will be set up probably the same night. My dates is going to take, if I can get a date, it's going to take time and effort. I'm going to have to really dig into the old bag of tricks and come, you know what I mean, and come at them with some real setup days, man. Women just flake all the time. They get better offers. So they're two different worlds. Now, again, that would be very anecdotal, but just so you can see how tough it is for dudes. And then I can also show you, like, all right, I'm dressed a certain way and see how many women talk to me, right? Wearing dirty pants, my hands are dirty. You know what I mean? I'm a run around, be all sweaty and stuff. So I probably, a little musty smell to me. See how hard it is for me to get women. You can do the same thing. See, and you'll still get mad dudes trying to holler at you, right? Then I can come back. I can be dressed nice, putting on my nice stuff, right? See and see how much easier it is for me to get women. It won't be that much easier. I'll be able to get some, but it won't be that much easier because they just gonna talk. And it's just gonna be blah, blah, blah. Right? So, I mean, it is what it is. Simply because I know I got game. Simply because I can walk up to a woman and be like, holla, 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 does not mean she gonna be up on my bullshit. But you, on the other hand, right? You go out there. I mean, you gonna get so many dudes that give you, they rush their number to you and be serious. Like, yo, I'll take you out right now. I'll take you over here to the, Ocean's Prime right now. They gonna be about it. Whereas it would take me a lot of work, like, to get a woman to leave the spot right on the spot. Like, won't you come with me and go over here to this restaurant? She'll be like, I don't know. It's just different. Right? It's just different. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Look at Cody, brother Cody's king. As soon as Nancy Pelosi gets divorced, I'm in there, bro. I ain't mad at you, bro. You might have to, man, you'll be fighting to get there. You know what I mean? Oh, no. You go ahead. You take Nancy Pelosi, and I'm going to go over here and holler at Oprah. Let me take that back. Apparently, Oprah's a demon or something, man. They are beating up on Oprah on YouTube. What's going on with Oprah Winfrey, bro? Like, was she feeding people to the belly of the beast or something? Like, what is going on with that, man? I'm hearing so much about poor Oprah. Like, they are beating her up. And Ms. Akins, like, I'm not saying it's the same experience. I disagree that women, I want to be with a man who consistently disrespects her, aka the bad boy. But there goes that goalpost again. All right, so I hear you. If a bad boy walked up to a woman and was like, I'm a bad boy, and this is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to get you to smash me right away. Then I'm going to smash your sister and your mom. And then I'm going to, Tinder swindle you out of some money and blah, blah, blah. If a dude came up and told a woman all that and then still did it, I'm like, that's a pimp. That's a level of game that's crazy. The average bad boy is not going to come up and do all that. The average bad boy, the player, is going to tell that woman exactly what she wants to hear. He's going to tell her exactly what she needs to hear in order for him to smash. That's it. That's his mission. That's his mission. He just wants to smash. And the average woman will fall for it. He's not telling her the truth. He's going to lie to her. That's the game. Right? That's all I'm saying, sis. They falling for these bad boys because these bad boys will do and say whatever it takes to accomplish their mission, which in most cases is to smash. They're not even looking to have a relationship. They're simply looking to add her to the rotation. I could call her up at 3 a.m. when I can't get anybody else. A bad boy would spend the day trying to holler at you, Miss AKA lady, and it's going great. And, he's talking and the conversations is amazing or whatever. So he's ready to, so you want to come back to my place and we get out? You're going to be like, nah, I ain't doing that. He's like, all right, then take care. He's going to be like, dang, almost had her. I'll get her next time. He's going to get right on his phone, right? And he's going to be like, won't you come through? And old girl, the one he already got in his rotation, going to show up. She going to drop whatever she doing. She going to leave that good guy. She going to leave that good guy who been taking her out, whining her down or whatever that night. Soon as she get that text, bzz, oh, you know what? I got to go. My ferret's sick. I got to go. My mom has a hangnail. Oh, you're so great. Giving the booty out hug. Oh my God, you're so amazing. Thank you so much. for the $300 meal. Bam, jumps into the car, jumps into the Uber, goes right over to the bad boy's house, and this is it. This is all you getting. Boom, and then she's gone. Bye. He's gonna tell her to go home, and he ain't paying for her Uber, nothing. He ain't calling her to make sure she got in good, safe, nothing. That's the bad boy, love. And it's a lot of dudes who good at that, right? And those guys are top tier dudes. Those are the top 20%ers. They know how to run that, and most women fall for it. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe I'm moving goalposts here. I don't believe I'm moving goalposts. You know what I mean? Brother Cody is saying, oh, it's child trafficking with Oprah. Ooh, I'm gonna have to watch some of that stuff then. Ooh, that's pretty crazy. Oh, my favorite seller's in the house. Miss Globe Girl's in the building. Just in time, Miss AKA Lady's over here, man. She over here dealing with an ambush, bro. We jumped on her. She over here. She glad you here. You relief is here. The relief element has made it into the building because Miss AKA Lady is holding it on, boy. She's in here too, man. She's getting it. Like, get some. She's making calls like, oh, popping smoke. She's sitting there like, we need some relief. And just like that, the Navy to the rescue. What's good, Miss Glow Girl? Good to see you. What kind of pimp talk, shock, and jive discussion we have going on today? That's right on. Right on, mama. That's what kind of pimp talk we got going on. Hey, y'all, fill her in. Cody's getting like, we're disrespecting women. No, we ain't. What kind of jive turkey? I need to brush up on my blaxploitation movies. I'm going to watch Coffee and Uptown Saturday Night so I can get up on my lingo again. You know, Miss AKA Lady says, so women are not going for the bad boys. They are going for the bad boys. They're being tricked. They're not being tricked. They're grown-ups. It's part of the game. They're not being tricked no more than women trick men with makeup. They're not being tricked no more than women are like, okay, take me out, whatever. I look at it the same. Just like I'm not mad at women who get these simpletons to do all this stuff for them. I'm not mad at these men who got game and they can get these women to come over to the crib and drop them draws. I'm not mad at either one. It's the game. Your chick, they think they're talking to a gentleman because that's how he presented. Men need to take accountability for that. It's just nothing to be accountable for. Men are accountable to the game. A dude has no problem telling a woman what she wants to hear so he can smash. No problem whatsoever. And like Dr. B was saying, that same dude, how did he become a bad boy in the first place? He got crushed one too many times. He was like, you know what? I got a problem and I'm going to solve this problem. That's all it is. So it's the game. It's the game. Ladies need to be on their tippy toes. Dudes need to be on their tippy toes. Right? These simpletons are out here, man, paying people big money, women, big money just to sit down and talk to them. Seeing it with my own eyes is crazy. Dudes do it all the time when you go out in the bars. They go up to a woman they think she kind of fine, they want to talk to. It's the first thing they do, offer to buy her a drink. It's the first thing they do. All right, that's cool. It's like, I ain't doing that. I'm just going to talk to you. Why I got to buy you a drink? I'm just going to talk to you. And if I'm talking, I've had, I don't know how many women like enjoying the conversation like, man, you ain't going to buy me a drink? Nope. Nice talking to you. Deuces. That's the game. I ain't mad. I wanted to see what she was about. So just like I can peep her game right off rip, if a woman can't peep a dude who's just trying to smash, man, that's on her. And guess what? If a grown-up wants to go home with somebody, that's what they chose to do. I have never in my life come up with a series of words, lines that I could say to a woman that she gonna come home and have sex with me. Ever. Ever. I just understand the game. I know when she meets me, when she first sees me, she knows straight away if I'm somebody she want to smash or not. And all I got to do is not screw it up. That's the game. That's the game. So therefore, women are attracted to the gentleman. Y'all are just liars. Well, somebody's lying. I would argue that women are lying to themselves. I would argue that women are lying to themselves. Right? We can argue that. You haven't failed prey to one. So how'd you manage to step away? Because all these dudes are saying the same thing. Everybody got the same game. How is it you're able to determine who the good guy really is versus the players? So if you can do it, other women can do it too. That's all I'm saying. And Miss Glow Girl, DL, as a woman, I'm telling you, women are not looking for bad boys. All right. If you say so. As a man, I'm telling you, I have never been successful as the good guy. We're going anecdotal with it. Never been successful as the good guy. But I got plenty of notches on my belt being a bad boy. Real talk. Like real talk. You know, look how much trouble you give DL when he is acting like the perfect gentleman. Ooh, check. Well, we know Brother JT's in the building. What's good, fam? Brother JT, what say you, man? Good or bad boys born or bad boys made / created? What do you think, man? We having a good old time in here. You see, and you know, and we got Miss AK and Miss AKA lady and Miss Globe Girl in here holding it down for the female side. I'm just trying to tell y'all, right? I would love to do it. I wish there was a way that I could disguise myself or something. I wish there was a way that you could see me approach the same woman with two approaches, one as the perfect gentleman and one as the bad boy. I wish there was a way to do that. I mean, we can't, because you can't like change my face or whatever, because you could chalk it up to, well, she was just more attracted to this guy than that guy or whatever. But I just wish you could see it. You know what I mean? I just wish you could see it. I get so many women. I mean, when I was younger, I mean, before internet and all this, I had friends that would make these same arguments. And I was like, all right, I bet you I can go through your crew. And I would go through their crew. And it's still like, well, I'm like, what? You just said none of your girls do it. And I just did it. I went through your whole crew and they know I'm a bad boy. It wasn't no line even necessary. They know what time it is. Went through your whole crew. All it took was a little holla, 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 and it was on. Well, it was because you were a friend of ours and da. All right, you talk about moving goalposts. All right. Right. All right. That's what you say. All right. But it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. And Ms. Globe Girl, like, and the caliber of man or woman has nothing to do with it. It all boils down to game. I'm trying to tell you, I've seen it. I've seen some of the nicest women ever messing with some of the dirtiest, low down dudes ever. Talking about, you don't know him like I know him. Like, I know him, boy, better than you. Like, I know about all the other baby mamas. He about to make you a baby mama. Come on now. Yeah, brother Cody has a point there. I mean, I say listen to everyone and just take the good, leave the bad. You should listen to everyone. She was like, you're lying to yourself now. That's pimp talk. Hey, is what it is. Brother JT, tell a chick, you without like Harold Melvin without the blue notes. Oh yeah, you without me is like Harold Melvin without the blue notes. You'll never go platinum. Wow. Bad boys are created. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We got Jay Swans in the building. Oh man, it's about to get crazy. This is about to get crazy. All right, I ain't look, Miss Clove Girl. I'm just the caliber of women. I'm telling you that I don't buy that. Not 100%. Miss Globe Girl DL love the hoes. I ain't mad at the hoes. I ain't mad at them. You know what I mean? They play a role. And go back and watch that show with me and Shushu was talking about. They play a role. They play a role. You know what? Let me drop the link. I'm off the video. I'm about to drop the link real quick. And because listen. Like, listen, y'all. It is what it is. There's the link right there. We'll pin it to the top. If anybody want to come up, you know what I mean, come on up. I'm gonna try to get to this other video. It was a video of this young dude in Thailand. Definitely I want to get to that. How long is this video? This video is about 20 minutes, but it is the part in here I want to talk about when he was talking about dating in Thailand And it just kind of, about the game. But like I said, my brother Jay Swan's in the house. Just watched the other show. That was the best one you've done. Proud of you, brother. All respect and love, man. It's just whatever, man, because y'all just don't understand. When it comes to political stuff and some of these topics, right? This is why you gotta have people who are tight with you, right? Jay Swans is my brother. I will do anything for that man. Anything. He know it. Right? I don't care what he does or whatever. He can call me. I'm come clean it up. I don't care. He knows it. But y'all need to understand that we have a relationship that, and people need this. You need to have a relationship where you have at least one person where y'all could go in 100%, just full go, like, hey, and that person is going to be able to talk to you the way you need to be talked to. So I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know I love you, man. And I appreciate you, bro. Because that man betters me. Right? And the people in my inner circle, the people closest to me, they better me. They hold me accountable. They force me to be better. I can't just be out there on my bullshit. Right? So when we have these shows and Miss AKA lady come in and they go hard and Miss Globe Girl goes hard, Brother Cody goes hard, you know what I mean? When Sister Candace and Brother Dinosaur, Dino Dinosaur, Mandrill, all y'all, my knights come in here, you know what I mean? Like young Jack come in here. Y'all keep me grounded, keep me focused. This ain't an echo chamber. This ain't some rah-rah shit, right? Miss Globe Girl checked me, what, was it 2-3 weeks ago when I was talking about Ramaswamy? She checked me. I went and did some research. I'm like, I'll be damned, she was right, right? And then guess what I did? You were right, sis. My bad. I apologize. You were right. Thanks for keeping me sharp. That's how it should be. America needs to get to that, right? And I'm telling y'all, when it comes to this game out here, bad boys finish first, good guys finish last. Ladies, I'm trying to tell you, if you're a man, you're trying to get on with women, you best move like a bad boy. That's all I'm saying. If you're trying to smash, you best move like a bad boy. You know what I mean? Women do gravitate to bad boys. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You know what I mean? They look at JT, I'm a reformed bad boy. Anybody who good with women, they're reformed. Some of them aren't. Some of them just keep doing it. They stay on that game. They stay on that hustle. They just keep doing it. Brother Cody was like, all women. I ain't saying all, but hey, Brother Cody is. All women love bad boys. You know what I mean? Lay in the vote. That's another one. Right? Holds my feet to the fire, keeps me grounded. I appreciate that, sis. You know what I mean? Suzette speaks. That's another one. Holds my feet to the fire. Right? That's what you need. You need people like that. So when you have these conversations, it carries weight. And I'm here to tell you, Miss Glow Girl, Miss AKA lady, I love y'all, but y'all wrong. It was just like they say in the military, you are wrong. You are a no-go at this station. Hit the books, come back later. Because I'm telling you, that bad boy mentality, I'm not saying you got to be 100% bad boy, but you have to have those elements. And we want to talk about fooling women. That you a gentleman so the bad boy can smash. The good guy has to fool the woman that he's a bad boy so he can get the relationship. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Because the vast majority of women don't want nothing to do with the good guy. Why? Because good guys finish last, they're boring. So the good guy has to act as if he's the bad boy just to get the ball rolling. Ain't that crazy? That has to be part of his game. I'm here to tell you, I've been there, done that. And when the guys tell me they're going to do it, you're going to use that game, fine. Make sure you smash it right away. Be the bad boy, get it a smash, and then you want to roll into being the gentleman or whatever and go ahead and roll into it. But make sure you smash first. At least get that. Right? At least get that. Because once you come up with this good boy stuff, I don't know how long that's going to last, bro. Homie, I don't know how long that's going to last. So I'm going to pull up this other video. And this is a young guy in Thailand. And I mean, he talks about being in Thailand solo. Let's see, I've been living solo in Thailand for 8 months. The Isaiah Ashley show. Never heard of brother, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to his channel because he's like me. You know, he's got more than us though. He's got like 8,350 subscribers. So let me find the spot. There's a spot when he was talking about, and I meant to write it down, but I didn't, y'all. Sorry. So just bear with me for a minute and let me find the spot that I wanted to find.
Thailand. But once again, it is up to your lifestyle. If you want to come out to Thailand and like you're a single guy, you want to like go party all the time and hang out with bar girls and and eat Western food. No, you're not living on $2,000. Hey, a lot of guys ask me like, what's the cost of living? Like, how much should I bring out here?
So
it might not even be exclusively your turn. So if you have,
oh, here we go. It's coming.
Tinder, Hinge, I hear. Now, so if you want to meet a girl who's also, if a girl doesn't have like a job, I love you, miss you. But there's probably some girls who actually send it to their family, but a lot of times
so my bad, y'all.
So listen, and get used by women. I'll give you guys like number 6. I know this is something that people are curious about. Dating life.
Here we go. He's going to talk about dating life in Thailand, right? And this is a young passport, bro. I could tell by the way he talks. Now, this is, he probably travels and, he's probably a remote worker, so he has his money. Again, I just subscribed to his channel, so I haven't watched a whole bunch of his content, but I'm going to go and watch a bunch of his stuff. But he's talking about 14 things to know before you come to Thailand or whatever, right? So the one thing I wanted to focus on, he was talking about dating. And everything this young dude is about to talk about is all game. It's game in its purest form, right? And this guy is way younger than me, but the game is the same. The game is the same. And he's talking about Thailand. And we just had last good man in Jersey, Brother Gene was on. We were talking about, if you're going to go date abroad, you still need game. And we were talking about the Philippines. And even Brother Gene was like, yes, you do need that awareness. His point was you don't need as much game or the game is not needed there in Thailand. Even if you get wrecked, it's nothing compared to the way you get wrecked in the West and other places. And we agreed on that. But he's like, yeah, you do need, having game is nice, but it's not required in the Philippines. And I'm like, game is required anywhere you go on planet Earth. So let's listen to what this young brother has to say. But again, you gotta have a game, y'all. So let's go.
Life here in Thailand, like what has been like my experience with like women and whatnot out here. And I'm gonna say this, because I'll give you guys some of my personal experience. And I haven't dated seriously out here, just basically for fun, just casual, like friendships, just very, very casual, just hanging around, stuff like that. Somebody to do stuff with and whatnot. But I haven't been like in any official relationship out here. But with that being said, I have witnessed in my 8 months of being here, guys get straight played by women, get used by women. I'll give you guys like a more recent scenario. Somebody like I was like hanging out with for months. Just like I said, once again, very casual. I eventually found out that they had a whole like fiance. So listen, I'm just saying like guys be out here getting played. This is the second time I've been in a situation like that where like a girl I was like hanging with had a fiance. So it's very common out here. A lot of these women are cold-hearted. Like when it comes down to it, like you'll think they're like wifey material and whatnot. All along, they'll just be running game. Like these guys will be sending money, paying their bills and everything. And then the girls might tell them, oh, I need some money for my family and whatnot. But in reality, they don't like, there might be some girls who actually send it to their family, but a lot of times they just using these men for things because I don't know what it is. But yeah, they just.
It's the game. It's the game. How many bad boys are sending money off to Thailand or Colombia or Brazil or whatever? How many bad boys are doing that? Right. And here's the thing. It's not even a lot of money. You can send $20 to those places, man. That's a lot of money to them. What's $20 to you? Right. How many bad boys are doing that? And the guys that he's talking about, I will bet $1 to a donut that these dudes aren't even being intimate with these women. Not that the women won't do it. Of course they will. But the guy is over here in the States thinking his girlfriend is over there. Did I ever tell y'all the story about this dude who met his girlfriend on Columbia Cupid, which is a dating site? Like it's like Match, but it's like Columbia Cupid. I think they do it for the Philippines, Thailand, all over the place, right? So it's a Colombian or whatever. So I'm sitting at the bar, sitting at Hooters and Parque Legeres. Right? I'm sitting at Hooters with a stranger dude from Chicago, black dude, short dude, whatever. And he's talking that talk, blah, 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 this and that, blah, blah. He's talking that, me, I'm a player, da, 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 da. But my girl kept talking about his girl. My girl this, my girl that, my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. Right. And I'm like, where? And then like all these dudes do, they all do it. He wants to show me a picture of her. Attractive woman. Right? Bronze skin, Colombian, nice body. It's Colombian. Attractive woman. And he shows me the picture. Like, the dude was cool. Like, I'm just listening to him talk, and I'm just, I'm like, all right, bro. And this is well before, this was back in 2014, 2013, 2014, somewhere in there. Right? So we sitting at the bar, we sitting at Hooters, listening to him talk. Right? And I'm like, mind you, he's telling me all this stuff. I'm not telling him what I'm doing. He's telling me what he's doing, right? So shows me a picture of the girl, and I'm looking at the picture like, in my mind, I'm thinking, shorty looks familiar. And he's talking about her, my girl, this and that, and my girl, we this and that. She cooks for him, she died, all this stuff. My girl, my girl. And I'm like, then I said it out loud. I'm like, bro, I've seen her before. She looks familiar. No, not my girl. He shows me the picture again. You ain't never seen her. Nah, she's a good girl and da-da-da. I'm like, where'd you meet her? Well, that's when he starts telling me about Colombian Cupid. Like, oh, you met her online. And it clicked. I'm like, I do know her. Pulled out my phone. He's still talking. My girl, blah, blah. She don't know my girl, blah, blah, blah. Pulled out my phone. I was like, boom, bam, there she go. Ain't that her? Man, that dude was ready to start crying. I was like, bro, that's everybody's girl. All these women. It's the game, my friend. It's the game. You know what I mean? That dude was crushed. I'm sitting there like, why you mad? Maybe you're just telling me about all these other chicks. Yo, girl, these dudes are acting like players, but they really want one woman. And they don't understand the game. They thinking I'm going to go down to this country or that country, and it's going to be this. Not unless you there, bro. And even if you there, she probably married or something, bro. Her husband know what time it is. Because if she can get $20 out of you every other month or something like that, or $50, how much she going to get out of you in person? She might be able to get you for $300, $400, $500. That's a ton of money. So her husband or her boyfriend going to be cool with that. Go get that money, girl. And it's not even like, we hear that as Americans, like, oh my God, that's disgusting. But hey, man, they got to live, bro. It's the game. You got to know about the game. They say, KA lady, she was like, men arguments, number one, women don't want good guy. Number two, bad boys to pretend to be gentlemen to trick women. Number three, good guys have to pretend to be bad to get a relationship. Arguments over the place. Goalposts. All right. You look at it the way you want to look at it, love. I'm just trying to tell you. Like, the game's a game. All's fair in love and war. All's fair. There are no rules. The rules are you can get away with what you can get away with. And I'm simply trying to tell you that most men, most good men, they get crushed. I mean, it is what it is. Some bad boys got caught up. I've been caught up. Using that bad boy game. I've been caught up. For real. Like, it is what it is. That guy I'm telling you about at the bar from Chicago who's going down to Medellin thinking his girl, feel me? It was hilarious. Talking about, no, you don't know my girl. What? Here she go right here. But guess what? It was still his girl. He didn't get rid of her. He wasn't true to the game. She continued to run his pockets. He wasn't true to the game. And I don't have a problem with it. He got what he want. She got what she want. I don't see a problem with it. That's just how I am. Casual Germ in the building. What's good, fam? Sister Candace's feelings were hurt. Yeah. Just your turn, player. Yeah, she everybody girl, bro. Why wouldn't she be? You ain't here. And to give her, some credit, maybe if he was there, maybe it'd be different. I'm seriously, when you go to places like Colombia, man, if you there and you can take care of her and attend to her needs and protect her and provide for her, provision for her and her family, a lot of times, like, you can help with the family a little bit, put her in a nice house, bro, she ain't gonna mess around. If you there, she ain't gonna mess around. Now, some will. There's some so far gone in the game, bro. I got some stories for you. I got some stories for you. I know dude had this beautiful woman. I mean, gosh, she was, legit 10. This is a woman who could just make money on her beauty. He's got this guy taking care of her, man, about ready to marry her. You know, this chick went out and did a grown-up scene. She did a corn scene, left him at the hotel, went and did a corn scene and came back because she thought she was going to make herself, I'm going to get a sex tape and be famous. All she did was destroy that relationship. But she was just too far gone. You know what I mean? That's just one of those being men. Like, you know, youth and beauty will get us every time. Even dudes who know the game was like, damn, saw that. Like, bro, somebody in the crew. That's why you got to have weirdos in your crew. Somebody in the crew found it. Like, look, she did this thing. Like, what? Actually, if memory served, it was another woman who told one of her girls who wanted to get at old boy. Told. That's what it was. That's how we found it. Another woman was like jealous of her or whatever. Like, oh, you think she all that? Sent the link, blink, click this link, boom. There she is. There she is right there doing some of the wildest. You want to talk about hardcore. I was like, oh my goodness. And in my, you know, it is what it is. So we all get caught up, man. Tez in the house, man. What's good, fam? Cody was like, no way, bro. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm willing to tell my story. Hey, man, we dropped the link. It should be pinned to the top. It should be the pin to the top, man. Come on, tell that story. You know, Miss Globe Girl, gold post just swing aimlessly into the wind. All right, if y'all say that. You know what I mean? If y'all say that, just letting you know, don't kill the messenger. You talking to a frontline soldier here when it comes to this whole dating thing. I'm just letting you know. I tell the guys the same thing. I'm just letting you know, bro. Ain't no guarantees in this. I hope it works out. For real. And I tell women, do what you gonna do. Just don't let me find out. Ignorance is indeed bliss. It's bliss. If I find out, it's over. And I ain't gonna be mad. Ain't gonna be no talk. Ain't gonna be no nothing. If I find out, I'm moving on. It's over. Now, I ain't even mad. Chalk it up to the game. Just chalk it up to the game. So let's continue with the video.
These women will try to drain your bank account. Like I said, I've witnessed it. Hasn't happened to me because I'm not the type of guy who you can just run game over. Like, I spot the game, so you can't run game with me. I'm gonna be on the winning end of these situations. So I'm just warning you guys, if you've met a foreign girl or you come out here to Thailand and you're not here no more and she's still your girl, or you think, listen, hey, she might hit you on the phone and be like, oh, I love you, miss you. But there's probably more likely than not another guy in a situation while you're gone and you still sending her money. She probably spending that money on him. I'm just saying, listen, I'm giving y'all insight. I'm giving y'all real game. So don't hate the messenger and the witness. I witnessed it. So like, I'm giving y'all real game. Just don't come here thinking that the first girl you meet, you're just going to fall in love with and, you know, she's going to be your wife, whatever. Like I said, just take a little time, vet these girls. And if she's always asking for money and things, then like that might be a red flag. Also, if a girl doesn't have like a job, like you don't see her ever go to work or she doesn't seem to have like a set schedule on anything she does, listen, she probably either has a dude overseas or something, or a sugar daddy or fiance or husband, or she freelances.
It's the game, y'all. This is a young man talking about the same thing. He's like, yeah, I'm too good. I see the game coming. They ain't ran my pockets yet. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You're gonna come across a woman who just got superior game. It's gonna happen, bro. It is what it is. He'll learn from it. But this is a young cat right here, and he's telling you, like, yo, I mean, don't come over here and you know, fall in love with the first woman you meet. On this platform, I talk about that all the time. Dudes be falling in love. They go over there, I'm about to be this player, blah, blah, blah. They can't be what they're not. They've never done that. They've never run that guy. These are the good guys. These are the good guys these passport bros, a lot of these passport bros are good guys. They go over somewhere, right? And the access is easy. They're able to smash some of the most beautiful women ever seen in their life. And what do? They fall in love. They hit the first one and they fall in love. Just like that dude from Chicago. This my girl. Well, that's everybody girl. This your girl. Man, cut that out. What he say? He in love with her. What he saying? You just for me, right, baby? I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna send this to you. You just for me, right, baby? You yeah, baby. You just you, amor. It's just you. See, amor. Yeah, te amo, see, te amo. All right. As soon as you get on the plane, Bro, who she hollering at? Is she fine like that? Who she hollering at? The next dude. These guys be falling in love because they are good guys at their core, and they can't get any attention here in America. It is what it is. Why? They don't have the game. They're good guys. They finishing last. I'm not moving any goalposts. I'm just simply telling you how it is. These guys go down here to Colombia, to Brazil, you know what I mean, to Thailand, to the Philippines. They fall in love, head over heels with the first girl. And that woman will run your pockets if you let her. It is what it is. Right? Last good man in Jersey says the only difference is a Filipino woman or maybe a Thai woman. At least she'll go ahead and marry you and stay with you. And, you know, I guess she'll take care of you and just basically wait for you to die. She's in the will. She's going to get what she needs to start her second life. Shout out to Brother Gene. You talked about that when we was talking about Do You Need Game episode. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. There's levels to it, right? Can one of these women find a guy that she really wants and just shut it all down, not mess with anybody else? Yeah, if she see the guy that she really wants, that's the dude I really want. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen girls who are in the game and just shut it off. Like, nope, I ain't in the game no more. I got this guy. He sends me $200 a month or whatever. Like, but dad, girl, you was making $5,000 a month with all these dudes. She's like, yeah, but I really love him. That happens sometimes. That happens. Is it a lame? Is it a good guy? Is it a bad boy? It runs the whole gamut. It's who she wants. Have I seen that? Yes, I've seen that. And I've seen those women get married and stay in their country and the guy come to them and be happy. I've seen it. I mean, it is what it is. Just like I seen that story I got about old boys sitting at the bar. I got stories of men who marry women and they're good. I'm not going to say happily ever after, but they're good. It works. She ain't messing around. He is what she wants. She is what he wants. You know what I mean? Again, it's all the game, baby. Chalk it up to the game. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, this young dude right here, Dr. Tony Hughes, who's that? Let me see. Brother Cody is King. Anthony Hughes may be a good guy to look up for the passport bro stuff. He has been doing this for years and is always adding to his harem in Thailand. Okay, I'll check him out, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I get the game. I understand the game, bro. Like, you go out there, you're going to do good, man. Like, I could go out there once my daughter's out of high school, and I've been kind of rethinking this after talking to Brother Gene and, you know, seeing what's going on in Thailand and the Philippines. I'm weighing it out versus Colombia. Cost of living wise, it's probably more advantageous to be in the Philippines. I haven't been to the Philippines yet, but know a lot of Filipinos, know a lot of people who live there, a lot of Navy guys who was, you know, stationed there or whatever, in and out of the ports. I'm gonna go over there and check it out. You know, if I could go someplace like the Philippines and buy a plot of land for 100,000 or so, and then take another 50,000 and build a house on it. If I could do that, bro, and that's it, it's all paid for. And bro, I mean, the cost of living is super low, and I'm definitely gonna take a look at it. But today the plan is Medellin. Like, I want to go to Medellin. I want to buy a building, mixed use, and I got plans for it. I want a restaurant at the bottom. I want office space in the middle, and I want residential on top, you know, something like that if I can find it, if the price is right. I know real estate in Colombia is not pricey by American standards, but it ain't cheap. It's not like what I'm hearing about the Philippines. So I got some research to do. But I absolutely would take that out. I'm gone. Just on my pension alone, I would be great over in the Philippines. I would be okay in Colombia on just my pension. Now, you add in other stuff and, you know, still working and whatever I'm doing. Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter. If I can do what I'm doing here in America, I could certainly live that top tier 1% life abroad. It's just something to think about. Yeah, Sister Candace, protect yourself at all times. Rule number 1 in the ring and in life. Facts. Protect yourself at all times. You're right about that. Yeah, everybody needs to sharpen their discernment. Time snuffs out most trash. People be slow to move and pay attention to the little stuff. That's how you avoid nonsense and really get what you want. Facts. But I agree. It's all part of the game. If you don't know that, you're going to fall for it. You live and learn. Absolutely. And that's Brother Tez. You got to take an L or two to understand the bliss of the win. Absolutely. It's all a game. And a lot of times people hear me use that term, man. It's all about the game. And it's like, well, you talking about womanizing. I'm talking about the game of life. The game of life. This is all a game, y'all. All of it. Right? The dating game, the political game, the real estate game. Right? The street game, the dope game. It's all a game, bro. The finesse game. It's the game of life. So when I talk about the game, I'm talking about everything. That's how I see it. I see everything as the game. Like I told you, I see the code, man. I see the code. It's all green tint in the code, just like Neo. I see it. And I move accordingly. This is how you got to do it. The political game. It's crazy right now. Look at the political game. It's crazy. I'm sitting back with my popcorn watching the political game like, damn. Right? Brother Cody, living there in the winter could be cool and save money. We're talking about the Philippines. Absolutely. And, even even in Medellin, man, like that's like the land of the eternal spring, bro. It never gets cold down there. It never gets too hot, never gets too cold. I like Medellin. The problem with Medellin right now with me and all of Colombia is this passport bro movement. You had this huge flux of guys who don't know how to travel. These Americans kind of mess things up. You know what I mean? Just keeping it 100. They just, you know how Americans do, bro. They just mess stuff up. So, but they haven't gone en masse to Thailand and the Philippines yet. The DR got wrecked, and then like now Colombia, but they're not in other places, bro. Like they're not in Peru, they're not in Chile, they're not in, they're in Brazil, they're not in Ecuador as much. There's some other places down there, bro. Even Argentina, even though they're having political issues right now, they're having a problem with their monetary system, their financial system has collapsed. But once that gets under control, Argentina is a good place to go too. So, it's just the passport bros have this very narrow focus of, where they think they should go. I look at the entire planet. So yeah, there's that. So let's continue with the video.
Now, so if you want to meet a girl who's actually like probably someone who's wifey material, then here's my number one piece of advice. Look for a girl who has a regular job and a regular career. That's going to be your safest bet. Look for a girl who like works at like a bakery or like a hotel or has like a regular career. If a girl's not doing nothing, she's in the club every day, you see like bars and stuff, she's probably not wifey material. I know that sounds like for some people it's going to be like obvious, but some of you guys don't understand that. Now, tip number 7, when it comes to meeting women, how do you meet women if you just want some casual fun? Okay, Tinder, Hinge. I hear some people use Thai Friendly. I've never been on the app, so I don't know anything about it. But hey, you can check it out. And then the other thing is just going out in person, like going to bars and clubs and meeting people. But once again, if that's how you meet women, I would not really take girls seriously that I met in that type of situation. Like if I met a girl at the club, if I met her on Tinder, I'm probably not looking at her as a wife or a girlfriend. I'm just be honest. It's just fun for now, right? In summary, guys, she's not your girl. It's just your turn. It might not even be exclusively your turn. So if you have that understanding coming here, you'll be okay. You won't get your heart broken. You won't be in love with a chick who's really playing games on you. You'll be fine. Like I've been fine. So just take the game I'm trying to give you. Tip number 8. A lot of guys ask me, like, what's the cost of living? Like, how much should I bring out here? And listen, that is a loaded question. Like when people ask me that question, I'm just like, well,
so then he moved on to the cost of living and all that, right? So, bro, like he moved on to the cost of living. And Brother Tez, absolutely, man. Go ahead and drop that, player. Go ahead there. Brother Tez is going to drop a link. Y'all go over there and please support Brother Tez. You know what I mean? When he drops this link, go watch the show, support him. We got to look out for each other. We got to support each other. Because that's the only way we're going to grow. That is the absolute only way we're going to grow. Brother King, yeah, Brother Cody is right. You know what I'm saying? And so you hear this stuff, right? He was talking about finding a working woman. Now he's talking about Thailand. Now, that's a solid strategy. Like you want to find a woman who's not in the game. What are the things you look for? Absolutely. You find your woman who's working, like she works at a restaurant or a hotel. That makes a lot of sense. Same in Colombia. Like when I go to Colombia, people like, man, who you be hollering at? You be hollering at the women in the game? Like I normally holler at the women that I meet while I'm walking around. Again, working at a bank, working at a restaurant, working at the grocery store, working as a waitress, whatever. That's who I holler at normally. Now there's women in the game out there just roaming around. She fine enough. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her, whatever. That's how you keep your game sharp. You know what I mean? Because you have women that I know they in the game. It's like, baby, you fine. Look here. You going out here and do your thing, right? If you don't find nothing by the end of the night, come holler at me. I'm staying, you know what I mean? And you can, come back to the crib with me. You know what I'm saying? But, I ain't got nothing for you but some dinner, right? I might get you a little drink because all that's cheap. I'll do that. And they'll go do whatever. They come back like, you know what, you cool. I'm just going to spend it, they off the clock now. They hollering at me, which is, to me, that's me working on my game. If I could talk a girl who's in that world to come holler at me for free, that means I'm still up on my game. But so Thailand, that sounds like really good advice. But in Colombia, here's the thing about women who work. They still understand the game. So listen, I know, here's a story for you. You know what I mean? And it's been a while, y'all. I had to tell y'all a proper story now.
Everybody,
y'all know what it is.
Sit down, please. It's story time. It's story time.
Here go a proper story for you, y'all. I be forgetting I had that sound effect. I ain't listened to it, by the way. And Brother Tez, I see you, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. Well, you know what I'm saying? Man, you need to do a proper show, bro. Real talk. We need to do a proper show. Let me know when you're ready. So, Medellin, we kicking it. My dude looking at little shorty at the bar, right? Fine. Like, I mean, just girl next door, beautiful. Ain't got a lot of makeup on, hair pulled back. She might have had some lipstick on. That was it. Wearing some jeans and a little shirt. She's hanging out with a couple buddies. She is fine. You know what I'm saying? My dude go holler at her like, boom, doing this thing, holla, doing this thing. So I'm sitting there trying to get on with her friends, but I'm listening. She speaks English, right? So dude, we didn't speak Spanish. It's like he's talking, whatever, trying to get on. She was like, look, where are you staying? Dude's like, oh, I'm staying at the hotel right up the street. Literally, we walked over. She was like, look, give me X amount of dollars. I forget what it was in pesos. And I'll come to the hotel with you. You ain't got to take me out. You ain't got to hang out. We ain't got to buy no bottles, nothing like that. Fine. Dude was like, bet. She went back. Boom. You know what I mean? It was what it was. That woman was not in the game. That wasn't how she made her money. She wasn't out there like that. But she understood that there were come-ups out there that she could hit a lick. Right? So here she is kicking it. She sees a guy that she's into. She knows what she wanted to do with the guy. Maybe it was time for rent. Maybe she was a little short on her rent. Maybe she needed some money for this or that. Maybe moms or whatever. Like, that the ferret is sick. Who knows why she did it? But she did it. She took the bread. Boom. They had a great time. He never saw her again. Right? She was gone. I asked him, like, what's up with Shorty? Like, man, I don't know, man. I was trying to holler at her, bro, but never saw her again. Now, a lot of people they're going to want to judge and throw stones and this and that, talk down about her. It's a different culture. It's a different world. She did what she wanted to do. She was a grown up. The way I see it, she's probably like, shit. She saw an opportunity. I'm going to smash the guy I want to smash, and I'm going to get this money. Right? So I told that story to say this. There's no guarantee that your woman is a medical tech, or your woman is the manager at a grocery store. There's no guarantee that she ain't out here hitting a quick lick every now and then if she need to. Ain't no guarantee. And this goes back to what I was saying before. Ignorance is bliss. Don't let me find out. Right? We good to go. Right? I mean, even my man Perry Davis, he was on here. Shout out to Perry Davis. He was on here. And he was talking about, like, the first time he went to Colombia, he's on a plane talking to this beautiful lawyer. She's a lawyer. He on a plane talking to her, like, really running his game, like, yo, what's up? He's a lawyer. She's an attorney. They going back and forth. He's talking case law. He's talking their law versus our law. And it's blah, blah, blah. They going back and forth. And she says, hold on. She's like, wait a minute. So you want to hit this or what? He was like, yeah. You know what I mean? So she was like, yo, this is what I need. And then, you know, he was like, wow. He was like, so, but I thought you was an attorney. She's like, look, this is all I make down here as an attorney. And I got all this debt. My family couldn't pay all my student loans. So I had to get, you know, it wasn't like I'm just going to sign up for student loans. She had to go hustle that money up. Her family could help a little bit, but she had to hustle that money up. So she was like, this is all I'm making. She ain't making, you know, America, you know, lawyer money. She making Columbia lawyer money. So she was like, you want to do this? Let's sit down and negotiate. Fellow lawyer. You know what I mean? That blew my mind. So you thinking like, oh, I got this woman, she has this career. That does not mean, right? That does not mean she won't hit a lick. You know what I mean? Brother Tez, I think I gotta make you whatchamacallit. I gotta make you a moderator. Here we go. Bam. You should be a moderator now, bro. So you should be able to drop that link for your show. My bad, I wasn't thinking. You know, I'm old. I be having them moments, bro. I be having them old people moments, man. Senior moments. Think what they call them. I be having senior moments. But simply because a woman is working, man, does not mean she won't take an opportunity to hit a lick. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And it makes complete sense to me. Complete sense. I see a dime. I see a baddie. I'm trying to smash. And if you tell me I can smash her and get paid for it, why wouldn't I? Like, why wouldn't I? I ain't mad. It's the game. But like I said, ignorance, and I tell these, y'all know I say this all the time on this platform. Plausible deniability only works when there's no proof. Ladies, wherever you are on planet Earth, if you out here doing that little bit of dirt or whatever, just don't film it, right? Just make sure there's no proof. You can always deny it. When your man confronts you, you can pull a Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual contact with that man. Boom. He ain't got no proof. Who you gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes? Hey, unless you catch me in red-handed, I ain't do that. Taking it to the grave, I ain't do that. I ain't do that. If you standing next to me at the pearly gates and my life is flashing in front of both of our eyes, I will distract you when that part comes up. I know it's coming. Oh, here come that part. Here come that part where I was out there with Cody as King. Hey, bro, blah, 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 blah. You be like, huh? And then, okay, it's past. Never mind. Let's get back to the movie. I'm lying to the end if I'm her. I tell women that. Keep it in the closet where it belongs, because if it comes out the closet, it's going to be a problem with most dudes. Some dudes are still, bottom 80 guys that still take you. It is what it is. The good guys still take you. The good guy will welcome you with open arms. The good guy will. But the bad boy, the top tier guy, like, nah, he'll smash you. He'll smash you, but that's that. That's that. You know what I mean? Catch up with the chat. I did have one more video I was going to show you guys. And this is from PsycHacks. Where do players come from? Nice guys turn into bad boys. You know what? It's only 9 minutes. You know what? We're going to show this. We're going to show this. And PsycHacks is a really good channel, guys. You guys, I would suggest you guys subscribe. This brother, I discovered him on whatever podcast. And he's he's a trained psychiatrist or psychologist. He's one of them. He's done well with his life. He's, obviously has a successful practice and all that kind of stuff. And he talks about relationships. I ain't gonna lie. So I like a lot of his stuff. He doesn't do any lives. He'll go on other people's shows. He's done whatever podcasts. He's done Rich Cooper. I saw him on Rich Cooper. I think it was Entrepreneurs in Cars. I think it was Rich Cooper. So it's just a matter of time before you see him on other platforms. I'm pretty sure you will see him on MOA, which is Men of Action, which is Michael Sertain's show. And Michael Sertain and Rollo Tomasi are on that show. Just a matter of time before you see him. He's making the rounds. So we'll watch what he has to say about this whole good guy, bad guy thing. I was trying to keep the show under 2 hours, but we'll go just a little bit over. So yeah, brother Ted, man, I made you a mod, bro. My bad. I should have did that right off the rip. My bad. But it's in there. I'm just catching up with the chats. I want to make sure I show every chat. And yeah, man, get that mixer together, bro. So yeah, man, simply because you're dealing with a woman who has a proper job, a proper career in some of these countries, it might not mean that. Look, Brother Cody was like, I said, don't judge her. He's like, I'm judging. It is what it is, bro. I've seen women in the hood do that. Real talk. Real talk. Let me enlarge myself real quick. I've seen women in the hood in America, in the hood. I'm not going to tell you what hood I was in. I ain't going to tell you what city I was in. But same scenario that we was telling you about little shorty in Colombia, same scenario. Same scenario. Right? But the story in America was more like she had to have this money ASAP. Right? And people be thinking like, oh, you know, I'll never give it up for $200-$300. I'll never do this or that for $200-$300. Look, $300 is a lot of money if you don't have it. And if you're looking at something like you about to be forced out of your home or you about to lose your car, something like that, or you need medicine for your child, come on, man. Come on, man. For real. Like it's either use your beauty, you lose, you know, and same story with a guy who she knew. She lightweight new dude, like kind of like a friend zone situation. And she was like, man, I got to do this. I'm going to do it with somebody I know. And we want to talk about getting into, you know, playing games or, you know what I mean, lying. She told this dude, you know, she was like, you know what? I've always really been into you, da-da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. I just need this help, blah, blah, blah. She smashed him. And he coughed up the money. If memory serves, it was 3 times what she needed. I just need a little help. He was like, here. You feel me? And she went on or whatever, saw him a few more times. I don't know if she smashed him again. I would bet she did not. Right? I didn't really know the guy that well, but you know what I mean? Dude was in the circle, loosely in the circles, you know what I'm saying? Like his people and my people overlapped. So it was one of those situations where he would talk about her a lot. You even saw her with him sometimes after that. But within 6 months, why did she do it? Because she needed the bread, bro. She needed the bread. Only person who really knows why she did it is her. I'm speculating, right? I just watched the game unfold. I'm speculating. But I knew for a fact she was about to lose her spot. I knew for a fact that they was going to put her stuff, you know what I'm saying? I think she had maybe a week left and they was going to execute the order and move her stuff out the place. I knew for a fact she was coming up on all that. And she was scared. Like she didn't really know the process, but she said those words, but they're going to put my stuff out on the grass. She was so scared. She ran up on dude. She got that bread. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So there can't, there's no guarantees, but you can always mitigate your risk. Absolutely. You need to. You need to. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, Brother Tez, I hope he was able to drop that link in there. I know we definitely want to support each other. He's like, yeah, you are old, bro. I am, man. I'm an old dude, man. I can't help it, man. I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I made it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad I made it. I didn't think I was gonna. I used to do stand-up. I used to have about a 5 or 6 minute bit about that. I still run it sometimes when I talk about, you know, I grew up, you know, back in the day, like back in the 80s, like Time magazine would always come out and it was like young black men are being hunted or dying. Young black men are dying at an alarming rate between the age of this and this. And it was like every time I was getting close to the age where it was over. So like, yeah, so young black men between 14 and 17 are at highest risk of dying. And then I hit 17 and it goes from, oh, young black men from 17 to 20, you know what I mean? It kept moving as I got to that age. It kept moving. I'm like, yo, who's trying to kill me? Like, bro, why don't you just do a drive-by, bro? You ain't got to do all this. Cause I took it personal. Like, bro, these people trying to kill me. But yeah, that was when I was young in my career, bro. But I still run that joke sometimes. I get a chuckle. When I first did it, it was like one of the biggest laughs I ever got. But now I still get the same amount of laughs, but it's not a real big laugh. It's like I use it as a little filler. But yeah, that's just a little taste. Brother Dinosaurs, the Colombian women don't go to the bar by themselves. She is a working girl using English for the purpose of money. Yeah, possibly. But you know, like I said, I sat there and listened to the game she ran, and that game was. And my dude told me, he was like, look, bro, she didn't even know the conversion from US to Colombian pesos. So he was like, I don't really think she was in the game. But to your point, she knew where to go. She was looking for the lick. And because she wasn't of the game 100% in the game, I think that she when we ran up on her, she was like, yeah, this is the lick right here. Right? Because she didn't reveal right away that she spoke English. So she was listening to us talk. So she knew what time it was. Like I said, bro, yes, I agree with you. But she didn't strike me that was a full-time woman who's in the game in Colombia. She didn't strike me as that. Didn't see her again. Right. And I'm talking about all the trips I've been on since, never saw her again. That doesn't mean that she wasn't in the game. Colombia is a big place, but I'm just saying, most of those women you see in a certain area, especially certain bars, they have a certain, you know what I'm saying? They like to frequent the same places. I never saw her again. And my dude never got to holler at her again. If she was in the game for real, she would have been like, what's up, baby? She would have been right back over the next day. You know what I mean? She would have been, hitting him up in the States trying to get bread, all that. Nothing. Just, I think that she was out there to hit that lick. Like, I need X amount of dollars and I know I can get it over there. So with that being the case, then yeah, that's part of the game. Scam Likely in the building. What's good? Dusto in the house. What's good, fam? And there it is right there. Please, please, please check out that episode that Brother Tez dropped in there, man. Go check out Brother Tez's YouTube channel and like and subscribe over there. Please, please, please. We gotta support each other, y'all. Sister Candace, all I have to say is you lose them how you get them. Facts. If you find a woman in the alley, chances are she's an alley cat. If you find a man who's married, chances are he'll return to his wife. Good point. I like that point. That's a good point. When people show you who they are, believe them. Yes. That was the hardest lesson I had to learn. Yeah, but that is truer words were never spoken, y'all. That was the hardest lesson I had to learn. This is for you, sis. Facts. People show you who they are, believe them. Leave with your wallet, expect her to run that bread. Facts. Even me and Miss AKA are agreement on that one. You know what I mean? Brother Scam Likely, are you performing this Thursday? He's talking about the improv. Nah, bro, I got a show with Shoo Thursday. I think we're gonna go on at 7. I gotta talk to her to find out what time she wants to do it. So no, I'm not gonna perform this Thursday. Next Thursday, though, I'll be out there. I'll let you know, bro. I'll definitely let you know. And if I do any shows in between then and now, now and then, I'll let you know. But appreciate that. Brother Dusto be out here. Scam Likely be supporting the brother, man. So let's check out this video real quick, and then we're gonna end the show. But where do players come from when nice guys turn into bad boys? Let's check this out.
And this is PsycHacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is, where do players come from? So the myth of the natural is just that. It's a myth. There are very, very few men who are naturally confident with women. Very, very few men effortlessly attract women. How do I know this? Because in every other domain of life, nothing requires more effort than seeming effortless. So why would success with women be any different? The fact of the matter is that enjoying optionality with women requires a significant amount of skill. And while some men's natural talents will dovetail nicely with this particular skill set, which will help to explain the variance in outcomes we observe, a skill set remains, at the end of the day, a suite of behaviors that can be learned. So if men who enjoy significant success with women are not born but made, the question becomes, how does this occur? What are the circumstances that motivate men to invest the time, energy, and money necessary to acquire this skill set? In general, players are nice guys who got hurt one too many times and decided to do something about it.
Bam. This is a pro, guys. This is the man who got the education. He got the letters behind his name. This is a pro. You can tell from his cadence, right? You can tell that he's even tempered. This isn't coming from his heart or whatever. It ain't coming from broken feelings. He's just giving it to you like he done studied it. He's just showing it to you, right? And I'm hearing him talk about a whole bunch of stuff that we've already discussed on this episode. Let's continue.
players are almost always former nice guys and often former romantics, which, as I've discussed many times on this channel, is an attitude toward life that always ends in tragedy. And it's only the intense pain associated with these experiences that serves as sufficient motivation to master a skill set that, almost by definition, demands the learner undergo a substantial amount of personal rejection. It's after a significant heartbreak, sometimes one, sometimes several, that these guys, due to their patently poor outcomes, finally get around to examining their cherished beliefs about women and relationships and submit themselves to that study of effectiveness rigorously. The concept of effectiveness is key, as these guys are tired of not getting what they want. And what works, therefore, has to trump what they want to work or what they think should work when it comes to women. It's actually a fairly scientific mindset, and we can think of players as applied behavioral scientists who study the mating and dating behavior of women. And
that's a lot right there, y'all. That's a lot. And I don't have the education nor training that this brother has. All I have is experience in the trenches. I've been on the front my entire adult life. I've seen it. And just like we said, remember when I was saying that most dudes, they want to be the romantic? I didn't say romantic. I said they want to be the gentleman. That the romantic is more to the point what I was trying to say. I was saying it about myself. I would love to have a woman that I can just be that guy. Real talk. Real talk. But in order to get the experience that I have managed to get or garner over the decades, I ain't quite a century yet, but over the decades, I've had to do that by becoming the quote unquote bad boy. You know what I mean? Just quote unquote bad boy. So let's continue.
Like science, it is best practiced with a kind of value neutrality, because both players and scientists understand that reality has no obligation to conform to our beliefs about how reality should operate. One of my all-time favorite movies is the best cinematic example I know of this phenomenon. If people know of the Hong Kong film director Wong Kar-wai, they are probably familiar with what is generally considered his masterpiece, In the Mood for Love. It is currently ranked 5th on the Sight and Sound Critics poll, the greatest movies of all time. People love this movie, and to be fair, it is a really excellent film. However, even fans of this movie sometimes don't know that Wong made a sequel to this film called 2046, which, in my opinion, is even better. Like its title suggests, In the Mood for Love is like a case study of a mood, a particular moment of life. It's brilliant, but it's also kind of simple. 2046, on the other hand, is much more complex and, to my mind, more honest. If In the Mood...
So, you know what I mean? Brother Dusto was saying, I believe 80% of the I got hurt by men never gain the skills of a player. They remain victims. I'm not going to argue that, because I wholeheartedly believe in the 80-20 rule. And remember, for me to get in the top 20%, you don't have to be rich, tall. You don't have to have the body and all that. No. All you have to do is be good with women. Any man who can womanize, I don't care how broke he is. If he has multiple women, I consider that guy a top 20%er. So yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that, bro. Scam, I'm with you on that. Miss AKA lady, she was like, with that argument, then 3 or 4s are women who got hurt too much. Maturity is the process of getting better through life experiences. Turning into a villain is the wrong direction. Who said they're villains? I chalk it up to the game. Remember, all's fair in love and war. There is no good and bad. There's only failure and success. That's how I look at it. I'm a very zeros and ones kind of guy. My man Jay Swans. You know, I mean, he known me for over 30 years. He's like, bro, you just a zeros and one dude. I'm like, I know. I've always been that way. I'm a zeros and one kind of guy. So I don't look at it as villain. You know what I mean? Good guy, bad guy, villain, whatever. When I use the term bad guys referring to me, I'm just talking about those guys who go out there acting a certain way and they lose. They lose. I'm not saying, bro, I wish I could be the good guy. And when I'm in a relationship, when I finally vet properly, we go through the vetting process, You get into a relationship with me, I'm gonna do all those things, right? It might be other things that you don't like, but again, if you drop that bad boy persona, it might go bad. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Brother Cody is king. She's like, stop denying realities, ladies. This dude's, like I said, this dude was coming with it hard. Ooh, pause. Brother Cody is king. Is like, yeah, you need to stop thinking that men and women are the same. That's a lot to do with it as well. We're not the same. We do look at it differently. Women, women don't have to be chaste good girls. They all claim they are, but they're all smashing. You know what I mean? So they don't have to be. Guys. It's not the same. It's not the same. And for, it just, look at the culture we're in. It's a very loose, you know what I mean? Girls and young women are encouraged to really like sexualize themselves. People blame the patriarchy for it. Whatever you want to blame, they're just out there. All you got to do is, bam, turn on your Twitter, turn on your Twitter feed, turn on your Instagram feed, and there's nothing but booty cheeks clapping all over the place. It's sex traps everywhere. It is what it is. I'm not judging. It is what it is. This is the world we live in. Like I keep telling you, I say this all the time and I mean it. Sex has never been easier to get than it is today in my lifetime. It's never been this easy. When I was coming up, man, it was way harder to get to smash. Now, my God, for real, the one night stand, easy to get. You know what I mean? Brother Life of Cash, the ladies are right. From now on, I identify as a millionaire and I must be addressed as such. All hail King Millionaire. You tell him, King. How you choose to react to hurt is a personality specific, personality specific decision. Sorry, y'all. Can't read today. Man or woman, if you wear your hurt, that's on you. And yes, that's equal across the board. So that's equal across the board. So, man, I really hacked up that one. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna have to start studying, man. Start reading. That's me.
You big dummy.
I gotta get my reading together. But y'all can read it for yourself. But you have a point. But again, I don't measure it in right or wrong, good and bad wins. A lot like either did you succeed or did you fail? What's your mission? And a lot of guys, they adjust because they want to achieve their goal, and that goal normally, is intimacy. And we're gonna get into this when he's talking about this stuff here in a second. But I don't. 304 is being created by dating trauma. I don't agree with that. Neither does Brother Dusto. It looks like not all of them. Some of them just like doing it. It is what it is. And Brothers King to Sister Miss AKA Lady. All dudes said is they changed their behavior to match the environment, aka reality, instead of narrative facts. That's what men do. Men are problem solvers. Brother Life of Cash, this is at Cody. Welcome to the Outer Limits, where worlds control the vertical and the horizontal. Yeah. Words control the vertical and the horizontal. So yeah, man, let's get back to it. Here we go.
Good for Love is a still life. Then 2046 is a symbolic allegory. Highly recommended. Now, before I go any further to explain what this has to do with where players come from, if you're liking what you're hearing, please consider sending this video to someone who might benefit from its message, because it's word of mouth referrals like this that really help to make the channel grow. And you can also hit the super thanks button. It's in the lower right-hand corner beneath the video, those three little dots, and tip me in proportion to the value you feel you've received from this episode. Your support goes a long way, and I really appreciate it.
I'm definitely going to tip him, y'all.
In any case, I feel comfortable discussing the main plot points of these movies because the artistry of the films is such that even if you know exactly what happens, they are still worth watching. In The Mood for Love, Tony Leung plays a man named Chow, who is married to a woman to whom he is faithful and devoted. However, about a third of the way through the movie, he learns that his wife is having an affair with his next-door neighbor's husband. The two of them, Chow and his female neighbor, Suli Chen, kind of figure this out at the same time. And this creates an opportunity for the two to commiserate with each other as they find themselves in the strange situation of knowing that their spouses are cheating on them with each other. Over time, Chow ends up falling in love.
Now he's talking about a movie, y'all. So he's talking about a movie. I didn't even go to look for these movies. But it's maybe they're on Netflix, maybe they're on Amazon Prime. I don't know. Brother Dino keeps saying that he says, DL Biden watched your DeSantis video yesterday. Go watch YouTube, the White House, where Science for Two Image Children. He answers your video, 2 thumbs up, must watch. Bro, you saying the president of the United States watched the video I did? Word? I don't know, man. But are you just saying it seems that he watched it, he kind of answers questions? It seems that maybe some questions that I brought up in that video. Either way, that's cool, man. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, bro, I ain't joking. When I come to London, bro, we got to get together, man. For real. Mr. Childs is on me, bro. Mr. Childs. You know, that's my joint, bro. That's my joint. Brother Scam, Dusto is saying more men are problem creators than problem solvers. I don't know, maybe perhaps, I don't know, bro. But I don't agree with that statement. You know what I mean? But if you're saying in the process of trying to solve one problem, they create 5 more, yeah, of course they do. Let's continue with the video.
Love with Suli Chen. And this doesn't work out well for him either, because we learn that she decides that she would rather remain faithful to her faithless husband than start a new life with Chow. This is a real kick in the teeth for Chow, as he is functionally cucked twice by the same man, whom we never see on camera. That is, the same man successfully wooed Chow's wife and successfully retained his own wife's affections. Both Chow's wife and his neighbor prefer the cheating husband to him. So Chow has his heart broken twice over the course of the movie, and this presumably causes him to question both his life choices and his fundamental attitudes toward women and relationships. And that's where In the Mood for Love ends. The sequel, 24.
So did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? This is a story about a guy who finds out his wife is cheating with him, right? She's in a relationship with another guy, and then the wife of the guy that's cheating on, his wife is cheating on him with, right? So you got this one guy who's smashing the man's wife, having an affair, and he also has his own wife. So the wife of man A, let's call him man A, the wife of man A, his wife, and then this dude, the star of the movie, come together. They find out that their spouses are cheating with each other, and they're like, oh my God. And then the guy is like, well, we're going to work through this together, and then maybe the 2 of us can get together. And then he winds up not even being able to get her. It's like, nah, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. She keeps her husband. So her husband is smashing these 2 women. Good guys finish last. Good guys finish last. Let me run that back a little bit, y'all. Here we go. We're going to run that back.
A new life with Chow. This is a real kick in the teeth case. I feel comfortable discussing the main plot points of these movies because the artistry of the films is such that even if you know exactly what happens, they are still worth watching. In the Mood for Love, Tony Leung plays a man named Chow, who is married to a woman to whom he is faithful and devoted. However, about a third of the way through the movie, he learns that his wife is having an affair with his next door neighbor's husband. The 2 of them, Chow and his female neighbor, Suli Chen, kind of figure this out at the same time. And this creates an opportunity for the 2 to commiserate with each other as they find themselves in the strange situation of knowing that their spouses are cheating on them with each other. Over time, Chow ends up falling in love with Suli Chen. And this doesn't work out well for him either, because we learn that she decides that she would rather remain faithful to her faithless husband than start a new life with Chow. This is a real kick in the teeth for Chow, as he is functionally cucked twice by the same man, whom we never see on camera. That is, the same man successfully wooed Chow's wife and successfully retained his own wife's affections. Both Chow's wife and his neighbor prefer the cheating husband to him. So Chow has his heart broken twice over the course of the movie, and this presumably causes him to question both his life choices and his fundamental attitudes toward women and relationships. And that's where In the Mood for Love ends. The sequel, 2046, picks up the story of Chow's life a few years later. And
so y'all heard how that happened, right? Dude he got played by his wife, right? And then he tries to strike a relationship with the woman that married to the man who's cheating on, who's having an affair with his wife. And then that woman didn't want him. Now, here's the thing. There are people who really believe in the words. And like he was saying, like this woman decided to stay faithful to her faithless husband and not mess around with this other dude. And, I was like, good guys finish last. But there are people who are like, I know I'm getting cheated on, but, I meant the words that I said. I'm going to try to work this out. It simply because you're getting cheated on does not mean that you have to turn around and become a cheat. You know what I mean? Just simply because your spouse is faithless doesn't mean that you have to turn around and get into the gutter with them and become faithless with them. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that. So the fact that she didn't want to get into a relationship with this dude implies that all good guys finish last. But I mean, maybe she just like, look, maybe it's one of those until I get divorced or something, then I'll come holler at you. But as long as I'm in this relationship, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. That could be the case. But I get the overall theme. This guy was like, look, I am absolutely the good guy. I finished last here. This is horrible. So now he's going to talk about the sequel. Same character, the same dude in this sequel. Right. And Sister Candace was right. Yeah, don't compromise your character for anyone. Facts. You know what I mean? Brother Cody King was like, damn, bro, Chow sucks. Hey, Mr. Chow's fire, bro. Mr. Chow does not suck. As one of the best restaurants on the planet, if I do say so myself. And Brother Dino, man, all right, man, I'll rock out with you, man, at the best Chinese in London. Like Chinatown's where all the Chinese eat. I'll take you there, man. We can do that because I've never been to Chinatown in London, man. So that's what's up, man. So let's continue with the last part of this, and then we'll wrap this up.
He's almost a completely different man. He's grown this little like Clark Gable mustache. He dresses really slick. And as he confesses in the opening voiceover narration, he has a lot of one-night stands. But hey, nothing lasts forever anyway. And this, of course, is the attitude of a man who has been significantly betrayed by women. He thought he could trust his wife's commitment in marriage. He couldn't. He thought he could trust a woman's receptivity to his sincere love and affection. He couldn't. So rather than have his heart broken again, he embraces a world of temporary relationships and superficial interactions because, hey, at least you can get some pleasure here for a while, and maybe that's the best we can really hope for in life.
That part right there, man, real talk. I know that feeling. I know it very well. Right? And I talk to young dudes out there. When I see dudes out there like me and Fresh, we had this conversation. I'm like, bro, at some point you're going to get tired of this. You're gonna get tired of this, right? Any young man out there who's getting it, damn near different women every night, 2-3 women a day sometimes, some dudes out there getting it like that. Like you're gonna get, at some point, you're going to get tired of this. Now, some dudes, they're like, I don't care. This is what I want. This is what I'm gonna do. I ain't getting married again. I'm not going through that hurt again. It's a form of protection. I get that. Some dudes are just like, they figured it out. They never really got crushed that bad in a marriage, but they're just good at it. They're getting it. Maybe they're not having a one-night stand every night, but maybe they're doing, once or twice a month, get a one-night stand in there. Plus, they're running a rotation, so they got women that they, just coming through. They getting it whenever they want. They making plenty of money. They're having plenty of fun. You look at someone like Adam Sosnick as an example. But at some point, you get tired of it, right? You get tired of it. Like, man, I'm sick of the game. At some point, you're gonna want to stop. You're going to want to find you somebody. You're going to want to take that leap of faith, right? For most dudes. Like I said, there's some guys out there that never stop, man. They cool with it. That's the life they want. That's the life they lead. But there's a lot of dudes out there who's like, you know what I mean? They're like, they just get tired of it. You know what I mean? They just get tired of it. So we're going to continue because he's almost done. Because he's going to talk about this he went from being the good guy to being the bad boy, and it's working. It's working. So like I said, and it's one of those things where he's doing his thing. He's got game, right? He's getting results in the sense that, he's smashing. But what's he really doing? He's protecting himself because he doesn't want to get hurt again. Maybe he never dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? He never dealt with it. And I ain't mad at him. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, one of the best Tyler Perry movies, in my opinion, was Temptation. So many valuable lessons in that film. I never saw that. Tyler Perry has never been one of my best filmmakers, but, I have to check that out. Brother Cody, just using them for the bonus holes. And Brother Dino Dio, if you like Mr. Childs, Nice Bridge, don't go there. No. Hey, look, bro, I love Mr. Childs, but come on, I'm a realist, bro. I came up the way I came up, man. If it's cool, it's cool. I just ate some Panda Express. I could only eat a little bit of it. I'm mad at myself for doing it, man. It was horrible. It was horrible. That Panda Express. It was so nasty. So let's finish up.
You see this attitude most clearly in Chow's relationship with Bai Ling, played by the beautiful Zhang Ziyi, who incidentally was Jen in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You know how much I love that movie. In one scene, he discusses his pragmatic views of relationships with her, namely that people just tend to borrow each other for a while. And that makes sense. He used to believe in marriage. Turns out his wife was just borrowing him for a while. He used to believe in love. Turns out his neighbor was just borrowing him for a while. We can get mad, we can get sad, or we can accept that this is how it is. We just sort of use each other until we don't. And that is correct. That is the nature of things. And it's this indifference to the ephemerality of relationships that tends to characterize most players, and that helps Chow pass through a series of gorgeous lovers. That said, at the end of the day, this is a reactive position. It's a defensive posture that more or less protects the individual from falling back into the fallacies that leave him vulnerable to pain and betrayal. And
did y'all hear that part? It's a defensive posture to keep them from falling back into the fallacies that led to the hurt in the first place. Miss AKA lady, if you generalize and you think women think or believe a certain way, then maybe you will lose the ability to spot a nice woman. This is not me capping for women, just giving game on how to get a good one, right? Here's the thing. I don't generalize, right? I go in, I understand the numbers. I go in, I understand my mission. I don't go up to a woman. I've seen women that I thought, approaching them, I'm thinking like, man, she a freak. We about to be smashing in like 2 hours. Like, I've seen women like, I don't even think we're going to make it to the crib. I think this is a girl going to want to smash in the car. I done came up on women like that, get into the conversation and realize I was wrong. Like, oh, no. She ain't even like that. You know what I mean? She just wants the attention, or she wants to dress a certain way, or she wants to act a certain way, but nah, she really ain't into that. So, I'm not going to smash this in the next 30, 45 minutes. It might take a few weeks, right? But I still apply the 3-day rule. I'm only going to see her 3 times. And that meeting her in the bar, that's time number 1. That's only 2 more times outside that bar. And if she ain't trying to smash, I'm moving on. It's the game. If the mission is to have intimacy, that's the mission. I'm not doing anything else. Right? So no, I don't think or generalize like that. I take it for what it is. And then the other side is true. I've been with women. I'm like, oh man, she's really into God. She's involved with the church. She's involved with like Little League. She's out there with the Girl Scouts selling cookies. And that's the chick. They'll be pulling you out, pulling your little man out in the car, have a joystick in her hand while you're trying to drive. That's the one. It's like, I had no idea this was going to go down like that. You don't know what you're dealing with. Like, you just gotta go in, right, and be prepared. You just don't know how it's gonna go down. So no, and I tell these guys, that's a big problem with a lot of these dudes. A lot of these dudes go out here thinking like all these women are 304s and this and that. It's the wrong idea to have, bro. As you're not gonna get anywhere with that. You know what I mean? All these, you cut that out, bro. You're not gonna get anywhere. I can see why you're not successful. But again, a lot of that is what he just said. It's a defense mechanism so they don't fall back into those fallacies that got them hurt in the first place. That's why I wanted to watch this, because this is where players come from. Let's continue.
We know this is a defensive posture for Chow because we see occasional cracks in the facade. For instance, he plays it so cool with the fiery Bai Ling that she ends up falling in love with him. and offers him a committed relationship. Now, I believe that Chow fell in love with Bai too, at least to a certain extent, but his player code, his defensive posture, clearly forbade him from going down that path. And in that scene, he is like shaking with self-restraint. Like it takes every ounce of his strength to go against his emotions and tell Bai to get lost. He knows that he will lose Bai by doing so, but he also knows that he will lose himself if he doesn't. One of the many meanings of 2046 in the film is that it is the title of a science fiction story that Chow is writing about a man who tries to escape from a city where time stands still.
So that part right there, when he was like, he's so committed to the game. He's so committed to the ism that he won't allow himself to feel for a woman, even though he's convinced that this is probably a good woman. But he don't want to take the chance no more because he got utterly devastated. People handle these issues different ways. Some people don't ever want to deal with that no more. And think about it. He got crushed twice in the same scenario. It's like, I need to be like dude over there. And I'm going to go out here and I'm going to kill the game. And he's killing the game. So what, he comes across a woman that's like, man, this is the one right here. But nah, I'm about this ism now. Now, that doesn't mean that down the road he might change his mind. I can't tell you how many great women I have lost because I was about that ism. I was about it. I wasn't hearing it. Good girls. I knew they were great girls. They weren't trying to do nothing. 3-day rule. They weren't trying to do nothing. Bye. I done lost, like I said, at least 5 good ones. At least 5 in my lifetime. 5 that I know would have worked. 5 women that would have 1000x what I'm doing. 5 women that would have been great for me, and together we'd have gone on to build a massive kingdom. I let them go because I just wanted to smash. I passed them up for some whatever. Depends on where you are with yours. You know, and like I was about that ism. This dude's about that ism in this story. We're gonna finish this up and then wrap this up because we almost 2.5 hours. This is long for me.
By analogy, we can consider Chow's various adventures with women as a collective attempt to escape, to move on from, the standstill, the trauma of his heartbreaks. Do check out both of these films as they are both excellent movies in their own right and faithful portrayals of men's reactions to romantic failure and betrayal. What do you think? Does this fit with your own experience? Let me know in the comments below.
Yo, that was great, man. That was great. That's for PsycHacks right there. That was, shout out to him. That was amazing. Please go check him out. PsycHacks, right? PsycHacks. He's got about 148,000 subscribers. Man, go check this brother out, man. He does. Matter of fact, let me drop this in the link in the chat. Let me drop this in the chat. Y'all should definitely check this out, bro. And I might even try to watch those movies. I might even try to watch those movies. I mean, I gotta watch Tenet. I ain't watching another movie until I watch Tenet because I promised Brother Dinosaur that I would watch that movie. So I'm not watching another movie until I watch Tenet. And Brother Mandrell was saying it was on HBO Go or something like that, or HBO Plus or whatever. Don't worry, I'm gonna watch it. And then after I watch Tenet, maybe I'll put that on a list to go watch them movies. Because that's, I mean, there are dudes out there who do get crushed and they go extreme with it. I've seen that as well. They go extreme with it, but you know, being a player, being a bad boy, that's a very lonely existence. There are no women around when you get sick. Like when you run in that game, you know, a lot of women know they in the rotation. They ain't really trying to, you know what I mean, come around like that because they don't want to commit to that level. Why am I gonna come over here while you're sick and cook for you and clean for you and you know, clean you up when I know you got a rotation? Why don't you call one of them other hoes? That's what they're gonna say. So that player life, I'm telling you, at some point it gets old and it's not good. You know, you look at someone like me, I'm in my 50s, bro. It's just me. Ain't nobody around here. Just me. I mean, I'm cool with it. Now, as I move, you know what I mean? As I move forward, I know what I'm doing. I'm chasing excellence right now. And if I come across a woman that I know could add value, I come across a woman that checks all the boxes for me, right? I come across a woman who has that plausible deniability because I can't pull up her online thirst trapping or popping that, thing or whatever, and no one I know knows her. Yeah, I might, that would be great, right? She comes on board and it helps me establish and grow what I'm trying to do. Yeah, bro, I want to be with her. And people are like, wouldn't you marry her? No, I wouldn't legally marry her. Certainly not in this country. Maybe Spain. I wouldn't do it over here. But would I commit to her? Yes. Would I want to, spend the rest of my life with her and continue to grow and we can sit back and enjoy the fruits of our labor together? Yes. If I know she got my back, absolutely. And if we get to that point and I'm older, I've already secured everything for my, for my child, then maybe get married. The legal thing, maybe in America, you just asking a lot, bro. You're just asking a lot. And besides, if I find that woman, she's going to make way more money than me. So I won't even be tripping. If she want to get married, I'd be like, go ahead. But more likely, she ain't going to want to get married because she got something to lose. You know what I mean? It's just the bottom line on that. Brother Rook is in the building. What's good, fam? What's good? I see you, fam. Rook, I will be ordering those mics next Wednesday. So depending on if I can get the order in before UPS goes on strike, I will have those things within a week, bro. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. And I'll be able on my next trip, I'll be able to, do interviews and whatever, because I'm gonna have those mics. So those wireless mics, man. So thanks, bro. What's good? Brother Rook is saying, I've noticed alpha egos are the most fragile. Facts, bro. Because they've been hurt, bro. They scared of it. Brother Life of Cash, what percentage of single women would you consider ready to be wives? And that's that Miss AKA lady. And that's just making up numbers, y'all. That's just making up number. And then Brother Cash continues also, this isn't smoke, just convo. Like, yeah, people just curious. They want to hear it. You know what I mean? He's like, of course, brother. I appreciate you, Rook. Rook's my guy. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to fly out to California and do an interview with Rook, live and direct. You know what I mean? We'll probably be out in the middle of the desert somewhere popping off rounds. Popping off rounds. Yo, Rook, you see the scar right here. You know what time it is, man. When you're hanging out with Rook, but you be out there with rattlesnakes. And I'll be like, man, there's a rattlesnake over here. Rook coming from out of nowhere, cut his head off. Like, this is dinner tonight. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, brother. So that's the show, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But I mean, I think we can all agree players are not born. They are, in fact, made. Who makes them? Women. Let's keep it 100, bro. Let's keep it 100. Ladies, I know a lot of you ladies, not you ladies, but a lot of ladies don't want to admit to this fact, but men really they become what they need to become successful, to accomplish the mission. That's what they do. But I would say definitely here, especially here in America, women, y'all still winning. Y'all killing the game. And from one player to a bunch of other players, from one player to player, you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting it on like Sister Shoo sent me this thing about this lady, the sprinkle lady. You know what I mean? Respect to her, because that's all she do is run. She tell women how to run games on dudes. So ladies, y'all still killing it. Sprinkle. You know what I mean? Y'all still killing it. Dudes are slowly waking up. Slowly. But right now, y'all still killing it. Eventually, I mean, I'm not going to say that. There's always going to be good guys. There are always going to be simpletons out there. Always. I'm just hoping more dudes manage to find themselves in the top 20%. They can do it. They just have to put the work. They just got to put the work into it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was fun. Thanks to everybody who was here. I rock with all y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, especially Miss AKA lady and Miss Globe Girl today. Thank y'all, sisters. And because y'all was in here holding it down. y'all was back to back up in this joint. You know what I mean? Leia Lavoie was in the house, you know what I mean, out there checking it out. I really, really appreciate it. I'll be back probably tomorrow. There's a chance I might pre-record something tonight and upload it tonight, but I'll be back on a live tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to talk about. Maybe I'll do some political stuff. If you guys want me to talk about something, just hit me up on Instagram and, tell me what you want to talk about. And I could kind of do that. There's the Instagram scrolling below. So yeah, you know what I mean? This was a fun show. Yesterday was pretty heavy, but it looks like President Biden looked at it, according to Brother Dinosaur, looks like President Biden was all over the yesterday's show. But yesterday was heavy, boy. It had to be though, because that was what the DeSantis people are trying to do down here. Reference the Board of Education was absolute bullshit. Go check out that video so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And don't worry, y'all, it's going to change. It is definitely going to change. I'm going on the record now. I don't know, bro. I think the Democrats might take Florida. They might take Florida in this up in 2024. They might do it. And it's just, man, DeSantis is doing so much bad stuff. Hopefully, maybe they can change. Maybe they can hold on. Well, he can't win another term, but we'll see how this plays out. You know what I mean? And Brother Dino's like, happy to be dating in London. Great chat, DL and chat. Yo, what's up? That's what's up, man. Definitely want to talk about what it's like to date in London. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Shout out to you, Brother Cody is King, Rook, Life of Cash. You know what I mean? Tez was up in here, man. Shout out to everybody who was in here today. I know it's so many people. I know I can't remember everybody. I'm so sorry. Sister Candace, shout out to you. Thank you so much. The monster mod, the goat of mods, Sister Candace in the building. In the words of Brother Dino, man, D Satan. Facts. I mean, he's got Republicans turning on him left and right. Maybe we'll talk about DeSantis tomorrow, y'all. Maybe we'll do that. So I'll definitely be back tomorrow with a live. I'm not sure. Be looking for the thumbnails. Remember, Thursday, Shoo will be back. So Sister Shoo's going to be here. We're going to be talking about some crazy stuff, y'all. Make sure y'all clear y'all schedules for that. Probably 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be looking for the thumbnail. Thanks for rocking out with me, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm DL Saint. This is I Really Want to Know podcast. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.